Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
It's
Morning.
another Saturday. Yay.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday,
God, I
Sunday,
just woke
Sunday.
up, so yeah, Sunday. And I need to change that thumbnail for Re-Caffeinated thumbnail. That's actually something I forgot to do whenever fucking YouTube decided, hey, I'm gonna fuck up.
Mm-mm. Well, oh, they only seem to have certain types of people working today, or if at all, because reparations and whatnot.
No, fuck
I don't know.
that. I get no reparations, so.
Are you kidding? You get the casino money.
I don't see a dime of that. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's been another week, another week of craziness. What are you two doing?
Listen to my
Um,
wife be crazy.
well, I've been, as everyone can see, I kind of got a facelift, so.
That's not a facelift, sir. That was a shave and a haircut, two-piece.
that was a shaver haircut that knocked 20 years off my life.
It's almost like you're not even Sparky at all.
This is why I don't like shaving. Because it makes me look like I've got such a fucking baby face.
Oh, he's just such a cute little Sparky. Do you want your baba? Do you want
Um,
your Do you want your boo boo?
He'd been dead for about 28 years.
Ah,
But
I've
huh?
been up since about 8:30, and I've already gone through one cup of coffee, and I'm tempted to go through another cup.
I've already been through 3, and I've only been up for 2 hours.
Only 2 hours, huh? Well, I just woke up at like 10:55.
So
10:55. Well, that it's like kind of cutting it close, I suppose.
Hey, like, hey, I made
is
it,
that a rogue?
No, that's a dragoon.
That's a Ben
Dragon.
C.
That's a Ben C, but his name isn't Ben C, so.
I know.
What's up?
His Discord name says Dragon142, but I know it's Ben C because he's constantly harassing Antoine, so.
That's true. And I'm at home this time. I'm on my home computer.
Yay!
Yay.
No more background noise.
Well,
What's
it's
up,
kind
Ben
of.
C?
Hey, what's up? I've been playing Minecraft Dungeon a little bit yesterday.
You like
Oh
it?
yeah? You make any
Uh,
more marvelous structures?
Minecraft Dungeons. It's like a Diablo.
Diablo Light. It's a dungeon
Yeah.
crawler.
I would say it's more like Dark Souls.
N-
No, not Dark Souls. There. Oh, God, what was the game? Shoot. It's an
It's a,
older done game. It's not Dark Souls. I'm thinking of a game that's like Diablo, but it's more like that as far as the way, because you can't tilt the camera.
right. It's a point and click thing.
Point and
It's
click, isometric type
yeah.
top-down view.
Yeah,
Up to 4 people.
stationary view. Yeah, that's how.
It's kind of it's been fun. Rogue and I've been playing it the last 2 weeks on Wednesdays. We just got Gym Max into it, and Sparky, I think it's almost your obligation now to download it and play it with us.
It's
Uh,
actually
One of us. One of us.
Who will
it's
go first?
actually pretty it's actually pretty fun to play, even though it's not like a normal Minecraft style
Because
game.
all it is just the all it is the Minecraft exterior aesthetic. But it
Yeah.
really is. When I was playing it, I told Rogue this kind of reminds me of like Torchlight 2. So Again, with that, the way with the mechanics in the top, the isometric dungeon crawler type.
The story's pretty good so far. I'm like into the third part of the first phase, but I mean it's got a good storyline.
Holy
All right, so this is kind of unexpected. So we have a new person in chat. Seren Tadala. Shrinu. How do you pronounce that? I'm sorry. But somebody read that out for me.
Yeah. I have Cliplish 12-inch front firing active sub R125W power on light but no sound. Please suggestion me. That is not. That does not.
All right. Don't get onto him. I know what it's from. I know what it is. I've done a bunch of repair videos on stereos. Those actually some of my most watched videos. I hate to say this, but one, I have never heard of that brand before. And
it's like LB. It's I'm looking it up right now.
All right, but still, regardless, one, I haven't heard that brand, and two, usually whenever I diagnose something, I usually have to study it and go into it, kind of give a basic overview, see what it is not doing. Now I gotta go find schematics or wiregram or a troubleshooting manual and go from there. I just don't know off the top of my head. So I know you're really wanting some help, and you've probably seen some of the videos on my channel. Without actually looking at it in front of me, I can't give any kind of advice. So I appreciate it, but
Cliplich is actually high their premium audio for like home studios and such, like outdoor speakers and headphones and all kinds of stuff.
All right. Well, just taking a guess, if the power's on but it's not doing anything, most likely the driver's fucked up.
Good thing I love you. It's a good thing I love you.
Not you, Sparky.
I love you too.
Not you, Sparky.
Huh?
Oh, my wife just gave me a whole bunch of peanut M&Ms.
What's I was gonna say, what the fuck's going on?
No, so I was gonna say I wasn't going to rag on this person because it did look like text speak to me, but it what's the saying? It's all Greek to me, so it does not sound like English at all.
Well, he's probably from another country because a lot of people that get hold of me or from either from like Mexico, India, places like that.
Yeah, I'm on their website and I'm looking at their what they sell and the prices. Some of their like speakers are like $499 a pair per pair, $399. The most expensive is like $800.
Jesus. Well, I guess it's better than it's not as expensive as like Yamaha or fuck, I can't remember the other one I fucking worked on the channel. It's been like 3 years ago since I made a video on it. I can't remember now. It's been a minute. But yeah, I appreciate you coming here. I appreciate you asking questions and stuff like that. I'd be more than glad to help. But like I said, most of my troubleshooting and most of my videos come from me actually studying what I'm working on and figuring out myself as I go along, trying filming it, because that's one of the things I like to do. Once I discover something, I like to share it with people. If I don't know something, I like to share my route of discovery to those people. and maybe what I find and what I do will help you out. So,
So, I have a question. Whatever happened to that group of Antifas that were coming to your area?
they fizzled out.
I wonder why.
I wonder why too. It's like, so I was down at the local bar drinking along with everyone else, and we the city of Miami posted something, and it's like, okay. So we got to looking at it, and it's like, oh, are they really gonna come down here? And about that time, the sheriff of the county got on, and it's like, so our area is peaceful. We have seen peaceful demonstrations on the street, and we support them. However, our city and everyone in the city will not tolerate looting and rioting. So if it gets to a point it gets out of hand, we will be deputizing people who is able to, basically, let's just say, holster a firearm or has a firearm to holster to help with defense.
I like that one sheriff from Polk County, Florida.
Oh yeah.
He's the same one that said I think in Hurricane Katrina it says if you're trying to get into a shelter and have a criminal record with a warrant, we have a prison that's just right for you as a shelter.
Didn't he get reelected like almost unanimously?
Yeah, that was in Katrina, which was like 3 years ago or so.
Katrina was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the first time we heard about this guy.
What do you say this time?
He said, looters, if you go to loot somebody's home, you will be shot. They have loaded firearms. Something to that extent.
Oh.
Well, anyways, I'm looking at the home theater systems for that place that he was talking about, the company.
Mm-hmm.
The cheapest one is just 3 speakers, which is $898, almost $900.
Mm-hmm.
The most expensive one's like about $4,500 for a home theater system.
What are they called? I think I know.
It's a Clisp.
Oh my god, those
They Antoine post.
They test their speakers and a vacuum in order to make sure that they are perfect. And that they can, like, they're a perfectly quality set. They're $4,000 ones. So when they get outside that vacuum, and they have a device that is connected to those speakers that will tune to the area you're in. So when they tune, you have the perfect sound for literally that perfect area. And once you set them there, you're never supposed to move them again because they're that fucking sensitive.
Yeah, I mean,
they are a great pair of speakers. But I'm not gonna pay $4,000 because I saw them on Linus Tech Tips did a review on them and show on them. Oh my god, yeah. they are beautiful, but they are way too expensive.
Is that the one system that came up to $35,000? Is that the same group or is that somebody different?
I think that was just the headset one.
All right, so time out. I seen something Antoine posted. I only seen it because I seen Jim Mass posted a gift to it, and I'm going for him reading this, and I'm going, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's why.
And as I'm reading this, this was posted on 6/4/20. It's got 18,000 retweets and 156,000 likes. Let me go through and read this for you guys.
I know.
From a girl whose screen name is Kylie. Her ad has been blocked out for good reason. I'm not gonna post or show the pictures. But it's like, my uncle just proposed, guys. I'm getting married.
Yeah,
okay.
It's as bad as you think. It gets worse.
Okay, guys, my uncle was married to my aunt, but I was his mistress since I was 12, and they got a divorce when I was 13. Now that he proposed, we are totally family. They aren't happy, but I'll grow on them. So technically, me and my uncle isn't bloodline. I'm related to my aunt, but I snatched her man. Now I'm gonna be my cousin's stepmom's, whether they like it or not.
Well, talk about keeping in the family.
Guess what I posted a gif of?
That's so fucked up.
Guess what I posted a gif of though?
What? Ding 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 ding.
Nope. This was a black person, by the way.
Oh god damn it! Do I want to know?
I posted the Death Star blowing up Alderaan. Fuck it, I'm out.
Fuck!
It's like fuck.
Fucked
Fuck.
up.
The fact that she just admitted this, and this man is on the street, that she was having an affair with this man since she was 12. This man should be in fucking prison.
Yep.
I'm just like, fuck it. And like, oh, we so oppressed. And then this shit, and you're like, oh fuck, I'm just done. Just blow up the whole planet. I don't even care. I don't want to live anymore. I'm just done. I can't stand this anymore. I'm done. I don't know why I joined the military. I don't know why I did all the shit I did to help the world. I'm done.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jim Max. I'm sorry.
And then I'm going to post a fun picture of Floyd and Martin Luther King together.
Oh boy.
That's not just an oh boy. That's a.
That's fucked up. Would you like to see it, Sparky? I'll send it to you. I
I'm good.
wouldn't retweet it. I think you need to see it.
I'm good. I'll find it eventually. But anyways, no, I've been busy. I've been
Blowing stuff up.
no, I haven't been blowing stuff up, but my fiance's car's AC's been acting up. I've been trying to get it fixed. Unfortunately, it looks like it's gotta be a little bit more expensive than what we were hoping.
Yeah, those compressors are a bitch.
It did turn out being a compressor. So she has a Chevy Aveo LT 2011. And for the last year, the cooling in the AC has been gradually degrading. And I brought it up to her attention because she wasn't really paying attention to say anything about it. But one day we were in the car and I was riding with her. AC was on. I was like, air conditioning doesn't feel like it's blowing too cold. And it's like it's probably low on Freon. So that was a couple months ago, and then about last week to 2 weeks ago, she came up to me and is like, "Yeah, remember what you were saying about the AC? It just stopped blowing cold." I was like, "Okay, so it's probably low on Freon." So I talked to my boss. My boss allowed me to bring the car up to the shop while I was off, and I utilized our handy dandy little AC machine. I love those things. But anyways, went up and recovered it down as about a half pound low. Recovered it down, put the right amount of Freon. I believe that car took 1.2 pounds. And same thing. My pressures were like 140 and 70, which is a little too low on the high side and a little too high on the low side. So I was like, okay, probably expansion valve. So she went and got an expansion valve, and I went back up there Saturday, and I changed the valve out, and same thing. 140 on the high side, 70 on the low side. Got to look at it, it's like, fuck, it's a compressor. That's about $300, $400, and a really bitch tight fucking spot to do it. Get to it. The very bottom of the fucking engine on a front wheel drive, small ass fucking car with everything compact and cramped into the fucking engine bay compartment. And I told her, I was like, I don't think I want to do this. Let's call around and see if we can get a shop to do it. And I completely forgot. AC jobs, especially when it's a compressor, are one of the most frustrating things to go to a shop to get fixed. Because I forgot we did the same thing at my shop. I don't walk on AC all that much at my shop. I completely forgot we did this. But yeah, if you've got AC walk, they any shop will walk on it. They will happily change out expansion valve, accumulator, a condenser, lines, whatever. And they'll charge you about an hour to 2 hours or anything like that. So yeah, you're gonna be paying about $300 in labor and getting the stuff worked on. Except if it's a compressor. If it's a compressor, the only way that they will work on it, and the only way that will have any kind of liability or warranty on it, is when you replace a compressor, you also gotta replace the evaporator, the expansion valve, the condenser, the accumulator, and or the dryer, and all the lines get flushed. And that, with the labor and the parts, that's about
Over
$1,500.
$1,000.
It's $1,500 for that coin. And it's like, okay, I guess I'm changing a compressor out on Chevy Vale. Yay me.
Sorry, Sparks.
It doesn't, well, okay, so I haven't looked underneath the car to actually get to it yet. You can't see the fucker from on top. But after looking at, because this is what I like to do, if it's something I haven't watched on or seen before, YouTube. I will get on YouTube and I will log to see if anyone else has posted anything. And it is one of the best things that you can do. And I'm slowly getting dropped frames every now and then. Why in the fuck? Anyways. It looks like you get to it from the bottom. It's only held on with 3 12mm bolts, with one 12mm bolt holding the lines on, and then the serpentine belt, and it comes off and drops down. So hopefully it won't be that much of a pain in the ass. And I'm not gonna bother flushing the system out because when I looked in there, changed the expansion valve out, it was clean on the inside. The pump just stopped pumping. It's not like it's just wore out. It's not like it's throwing the brain system. So I will flush out the lines from the expansion valve to the compressor, but that's all I'm gonna do.
Well, Sheriff David Clark finally said something, and CNN bitched out.
Hey, Sparky.
I would bitch out too if Sheriff David Clark said something I didn't agree with. I'd be like, okay, yep, you're right. I'm out here.
No, they bitched out by, we're going to take a break right now because we can't control the narrative right now. I'll send it to you. Holy shit.
Hey, Sparky. It's just like how some of those wonderful people drawing up designs, how they put those starters in those underneath the manifolds in some of those cars.
Fuck them.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Think your 3400 series engines.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, so I'm going to share this within the Discord. And we're gonna listen to this.
Are we?
Yep.
Why would we do that?
Oh, because it's fucking hilarious. Don Lemon. Oh.
Alright, so is everyone in?
Is that where we go?
Alright.
Oh, you go into Discord, you click on Sparky's name next to where it says live, and then you click join stream.
Oh, okay, like I'm right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was there's something different.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, every time they bring him on, he does this and they act surprised. They're like, he wasn't even mad or angry. He was being very civil. And yet Don Lemon, because he couldn't control the narrative at that moment, was like, "You're being uncivil." No, you just don't like his narrative.
All right.
Oh, so
that's true.
Is everyone in?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's listen to this.
What's your message?
You don't believe that for 1 minute, do you?
That their message is?
Yeah.
That's what they said to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe them. Of course
Any
I believe them
protests
when they say
over the
that.
deaths of these cops today in Baton Rouge?
I don't know that. I don't know that.
Any riots or protests over the police officers in Dallas, Texas?
What are you asking?
It's a pretty simple question.
I asked you if what's your message to the people. Their message is one of peace. What is your message?
My message has been clear from day one 2 years ago. This anti-cop sentiment from this hateful ideology called Black Lives Matter has fueled this rage against the American police officer. I predicted this 2 years ago. So what I want to know,
okay, Sheriff.
do I want to know?
With all due respect, do you know that this was because of that?
Yes, I do.
As a law enforcement officer?
I've been watching this for 2 years. I predicted this. This anti-police
Oh my God.
rhetoric sweeping the country
Yeah, just fucking beautiful.
has turned out some hateful things inside of people.
Thanos meme
Playing
part
themselves
2.
out on the American police officer. I want to know, with all of the black-on-black violence in the United States of America. By the way, when the tragedies happened in Louisiana and Minnesota, you know that 21 black people were murdered across the United States? Was there any reporting on that?
There was a black officer who was killed today. But
Was there any reporting on that?
Sheriff, please, let's just keep the volume down here. So I understand,
What
and
the fuck are
listen,
you
I
saying?
don't,
I'm
I
looking
don't
at
disagree.
3 dead cops this week,
Sheriff,
and I'm
if you'll
looking at
just-
5
if you'll just
last year. You
please.
trying to tell me to keep it down?
Just please, if you'll just please, we can keep it civil. So, because the message to people at home, I'm sure you want, is one of civility.
I wish, Don, I wish you
would like
had
to
that
have-
message
I would
of
like
civility
to have a conversation
toward
with
this
you.
hateful ideology, these purveyors
You
of
don't
hate.
know what my message is.
That's
what I
what
want
they
to say
do.
to you is,
These
if you'll
people
let me get
preach
it, are you going to get a
vile
word in?
and virtue
We'll be right
in the
back.
name
We're
of
gonna
Are you
go
gonna
to
let him get a word in, Don?
All I want to do is have a conversation. I can't have a conversation with you if we're both talking at the same time.
He got his
What it
message
sounds
out.
like to me is that you're accusing me of violence and supporting something.
That's exactly what he's doing, dumbass.
That's exactly what Don is doing. That is what Don and everybody at CNN is doing. And that's like, oh my God. One of these days, Don Lemon's going to need him to come to his house and protect him. And I hope to God he doesn't.
No, this is coming from a black police officer.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
That really
Well, he-
kind of drives him now to, home.
Well, he did-
Oh, yeah, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
No, 2 years ago, he predicted this would happen if they kept on going with this fucking narrative. And there
Yeah,
it
he
is.
did.
They did.
No, he actually predicted it a lot longer than
Ago,
that with
anyway.
Trayvon Martin.
Oh, yeah, he did. But
But he wasn't
But
as vocal about it back then. He's became more vocal over time after he's seen what's been happening and going on. And it's like, you guys are idiots.
well, the thing is that the fact that they keep letting him come on the show, because every time he comes on the show, they like, sir, we can't keep your voice down. It's like his voice is no louder than yours.
Yeah.
It's monotone.
It's monotone. And you
it's
don't
that-
like it.
It's that straight to the fucking point, and that's what I like about him. That's what I
Oh,
really
yeah.
like about him. And the reason why, here's the reason why CNN keeps trying to get him back on, because they keep trying to get him on to persuade him or to get him to change his point, because they know if they don't do it and they can't get him into like a gotcha or aha or change the narrative some way and get him to speak on something that they want him to speak on, he'll go to Fox or any one of these other places that will gladly let him state what he wants to say, and they don't want that.
Oh, I think he went on the Fox next. They can never get him on a gotcha moment because he's always like
Sean Hannity loves him, especially if he gets into confrontations like this with Don Lemon. But Sean Hannity, and Ted Carl Tuckerson, excuse me, not Ted, Carl Tuckerson. So Those are my favorite two news anchors.
So what is... Oh, Al Sharpton eulogized George Floyd. Tears into President Trump. We cannot use Bibles as a prop.
Yet he loves to use dead people as a prop. I love it.
Oh, Al Sharpton.
Oh yeah, Al Sharpton would not. He would use his own dead mother as a prop if he could. He would pick her up and set her in front of the White House lawn and say, "You did this." If he legally could.
Isn't he like over $4.5 billion in debt to the IRS?
Oh, his debt keeps on increasing. It's funny, and then it goes away, and then it comes back, and then it goes. It depends on the president.
True.
And Trump is like, I don't care. It's what you want.
Did you see that shirt that Trump made about what Biden said on the Breakfast Club?
No, I didn't.
Okay, Biden was on the Breakfast Club, which is Charlemagne, and towards the end he said, if you're voting for Trump, you ain't black. Right out soon as that happened, the Trump campaign organization made a shirt that says "You ain't black," Joe Biden underneath of it, and selling it on his campaign website.
On Trump's campaign site?
Yeah, it's a T-shirt.
Oh my god!
and also it's campaign merchandise, and also he has Trump markers and Trump straws on there.
Are they made of plastic at least?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I buy them.
I'm actually on the website. I some of the shirts, and it says Trump 2020, make liberals cry again.
Yep.
They stole that from me.
Oh, the perfect shirt. It says it has a photo of Trump, more jobs. Obama, no jobs. Bill Clinton, blowjobs.
Oh, but they stole that from me. Of course, mine said "make liberal bitches cry again," but still, god damn it.
I just put it in the memes thing. The link to that, and it's on Amazon. There's another one that says Trump 2020, fuck your feelings.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Yep, and a little icon of Donald Trump's head, more jobs.
No,
little icon of Obama's head, no jobs. And a little smug icon of Bill Clinton, no jobs.
So what would we have gotten if Hillary Clinton?
Also too is on Trump's campaign website. You know how you get like the 404 things have been lost, like that channel, like that site's like that page has been shut down.
No, on Hillary Clinton.
It was Hillary Clinton. It was Hillary Clinton behind the presidential thing. And it says, sorry, this isn't something that's supposed to happen. Now it's changed to it says 404 not. It says saying 404 not found. It shows a photo of Joe Biden that says, "I'm as lost just as you."
but no. If they had to do one for Hillary Clinton, it would be her icon that says "Dead Ambassadors."
Oh,
it's true. Dead ambassadors and dead soldiers. I will never forget Benghazi. Never forget Benghazi.
They have here's another funny one. It says, I have PTSD. Pretty tired of stupid Democrats. Trump 2020.
If anything, the Trump campaign does a better marketing job than anybody else. They that was obvious with the whole Pepe thing. They capitalize on the current thing
Oh my.
and just run with it.
They even have.
Alright.
STFU is now trending number 3. COVID is number 2 somehow because I think it's actually Twitter doing that. And so is the National Guard's withdrawing from Washington, D.C., Trump says.
There's one healing. See, on mine it says what's happening. U.S. News, National Guard to begin withdrawal out of Washington, D.C., Trump says. COVID-19 updates for the USA. I think that's just, those two are just Twitter. But below that is the hashtags. I see 3 hashtags. The first one is I stand with J.K. Rowling. The second one is shut the fuck up, Hillary. And then the third one is hashtag trans women or women. Okay.
I got those in different order.
Alright, so I'm not gonna say anything about the trans women or women. Like I said, biologically, no, they're not. But ideologically, if they want to identify as one, whatever, let them. I don't care. It doesn't affect me one way or another. So it's.
I'm actually kind of surprised at what J.K. Rowling said, though. I was like, I thought she was too much of a coward.
What'd she say?
To say anything. Basically, she said, you cannot make men biologically women. If you do that, you take away women beings themselves and their ability to protect themselves if we become nothing. Something along those lines.
That's actually kind of true because so let's look at this. You got not politically, but you got a socially charged culture. So let's look at this. Let's look at feminism. Feminism is women's rights to the extreme. So so women have the power, women are this, women are that, But then then you get into gender, not gender. That kind of gender equality. It kind of fights against it. It kind of settles into it, but fights against it at the same time. So, gender equality. How can there be equality in genders if anyone can switch genders whenever they want?
Oh my god.
What?
I'm looking at the difference between the merchandises between Biden and Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Trump has something like 8 or more pages of stuff. I mean, it ranges from everything. I mean, they have 5 different types of masks. They have banners, camo camo stuff like camouflage shirts and stuff. Shirts and everything, pants, all kinds of stuff. Joe Biden has 1 page and it's probably 6 rows, and only 24 things, and one of them is a mug that says Cup of Joe, with him smiling with his shades on.
Trump or Joe?
No, that's Donald Trump, J. Trump shop.
It's the official Trump campaign merchandise, and then the other one is Joe Biden merchandise, but it's just, none of it is actually interesting. It's all it says is Biden, and some of the shirts says Joe 2020. No malarkey, and they have buttons that said no malarkey, folks. God love you. Here's the deal, which that doesn't really fit.
That's my fucking catch line.
I mean, it's only
copyright infringement.
Maybe you should sue the Biden campaign.
Yeah, maybe I should, but anyways. Anyways, let's not get into the politic thing.
No, I just was looking to see what's the difference. And
yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, let's just look at it like this. Biden's a dumbass, so that's all anyone needs to know. Let's get into a couple different things. So who's seen on Friday that the Amazon warehouse in California went up in flames?
Yeah,
I read about it. I saw it.
You saw the Amazon commercial, the new Amazon commercial I posted.
Was it on flames?
flames.
No, it was better. I don't know. I don't know where I put it. I think a pen has it. Let me see if I can put it. Have it in messages still.
Blame me for your misdeeds.
Oh no, I didn't blame it. I sent it to you.
I am not. I do not condone nor condemn your bullshittery.
Oh, but you loved it.
Yeah. Carter Wright says Trump literally didn't have any sarcasm when he said the disinfect stuff. You didn't have to have sarcasm. It's called common sense. So I believe every common sense American kind of understood what he's trying to say. Only the people wanted to twist and turn and take what he said for against them didn't understand it and wanted to try to use it against them. So it comes down to like this. You gotta look at how he talks and says stuff. He doesn't really take a sarcastic tone. He's kind of straightforward with everything. And a couple of his methods, it's kind of the disinfect stuff. So, okay. Well, it's not really disinfecting, but the I can't fucking pronounce
Chloroquine.
it. Yeah, chloroquine. That's, I'm not gonna say, it's not really antibiotic, but you can almost say it's a kind of like a disinfectant. It's not. Chloroquine attacks the body, viral body. And so antibodies trigger an immune response in the body to attack something. A disinfectant destroys a foreign entity, technically on the outside of the body, but that's what chloroquine does, is it attacks the viral body. It does not trigger the body to attack it. It just attacks the viral body. And the other thing, I think, with black lights, there's actually procedures out there using black lights within the human body to target and destroy certain foreign microorganisms. I think one of the biggest ones is like the viruses that cause gangrene and stuff like that. They've actually been using that technology for, and that technology has actually been proven to destroy COVID. So I don't understand. I don't even understand what the fucking point was attacking them over it, except for just pettiness. So any common sense person could tell, okay, he's being hyperbolic, and he's reading over an article that was posted like a couple days beforehand. So I don't get the point. But anyways, let's move on from there to besides the Amazon warehouse burning to the fucking ground. Leonard Fritz actually posted a video I found really informative because I knew about the law on platforms and publishers, and I know this has been an ongoing topic and debate with different people on Twitter, YouTube, and every other not political, but every other social media platform. Mm-hmm. But it is a law. And this all got stemmed, and I will bash Trump a little bit on this one. About trying to go after Twitter for censoring speech. Technically, you can't do that. And technically, you don't want that to happen. And for very, very good reasons. So it's part of the CDA Section 230, and let me kind of go over this a little bit. So CD Section 230 basically dictates certain liberties, freedoms, and protections that online web hosting services, and this is a broad variety of different services when it comes out to like Craigslist, Twitter, YouTube, any kind of a dating app, Facebook, Instagram, anything like that. So it makes it to where the platform or the site is not responsible for what people say. Because if they made the platform responsible for what people say, then any dumbass that gets on there and says they want to put in a terrorist threat against a country or someone, the platform will be responsible for that because they allowed it on the platform. So 230 is kind of unique and weird. So it protects the platforms from actually being liable for what they say, but it also gives them the ability to make it the way they want. So, what I mean by that, you cannot tell a private company you must allow the First Amendment rights onto your platform, because technically that is going against their First Amendment rights. And it's kind of, it's really it's a far stretch out there, but Leonard French actually put it beautifully, and I will link his video on it in the chat. I recommend anyone go watch it. But it comes to it like this. So let's look at the company Twitter. Twitter develops a website for people to get on to post and share different things online with different people. That website is their creation. They have total and full control over that creation. Think of it like a D&D campaign. Twitter has created a world with some set tools, standards, and rules. So, they are in control of that role. They get to dictate what can and cannot happen in that role. They're the ones who created it. If you do not like an aspect or feature or what's happening within that world, it's like consumerism, because they look at it as a product that you can get to. If you do not like the product, you do not have to get the product. If you don't like some of the ways Twitter is doing stuff, you don't have to be on Twitter. You can go to another site. You can go to YouTube. You can go to Gab. You can go Instagram. You can go to any other site like that. Same thing with YouTube. If you don't like the implementations and rules and standards that YouTube wants to send in place to make the platform the place that they want, there's other places you can go to. You go BitChute. You go Twitch. There's other video platforms that you can go to. Now, is there a monopoly? Technically, no. Because there is no limitation of what the possibilities are online. Anyone can make one of these platforms up. Say Luke LaFar from Linus Tech Tips made, runs, and manages Flipplane, another video service platform. They made it from the ground up. If you don't like what a platform is doing, anyone that has the capability or the means or the know-how has the ability to make a platform. Nothing is stopping people from doing it. So, technically, there's no monopoly, because they're not stopping anyone from doing it. Same thing with Microsoft. That's how Microsoft gets away with their Windows-based platforms. It's not a monopoly, just no one's done it. No one else has done it. Linux has, Apple has. There's a couple other small companies that make Windows-based platforms, but there's no monopoly on it. Microsoft's not stopping other people from making another kind of operating system. Just nobody's done it. So how is that a monopoly then? A monopoly is whenever you gain control of something and you don't allow others to share, expand, or make on stimuli to that. So it kind of solidifies the point of commentary community and a couple other people on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. They want to scream and hoo-ha about First Amendment rights. First Amendment doesn't exist online. I'm sorry. It does exist online as long as the platform is okay with the certain kind of thing you're trying to say or do. If they don't agree with it, say like Twitter decided it wants to become anti-political. It does not want any kind of political speech on its platform. Guess what? Not a damn fucking thing Trump can do about it. Yeah, he can repeal. Section 230. But here's what's going to happen when you repeal Section 230. it becomes harder to say anything you want. It becomes more like TV media outlets. Everything's kind of piped to you, whether you want it or not. So it's a really good watch. I implore anyone go watch that video from London French. It's really informative, and it kind of solidifies the stance Monroe's taken against the platform. If you don't like something the platform's doing, leave. If you don't agree with the rules, leave. If you don't want to play nice, well, suffer the consequences from the platform. And that's the truth of it. We got to do the same thing on this channel. Everyone here is on my channel knows we gotta play by the rules of the platform. Anyone that's on Twitch knows they gotta play by the rules of the platform. Twitter, you gotta play by the rules of the platform. I don't think I've ever been struck, removed, banned, flagged once on Twitter because I kind of watch what I say and I know how to say it. Leaving doesn't. What problem is that? What problem is there? And I'm sorry, anyone else can talk, chip in, or say something, or mention something. I'm sorry for kind of
ranting, rambling.
Yeah, a little bit. No. Let me put this into another classification once later. Leaving does fix the problem. If it's something that you don't like and you don't agree with, that like let's say YouTube does something that you don't like or agree with. You leaving fixes the problem because you don't like it, you leave, you don't have to deal with it. Doesn't matter if this political bias or not. If Twitter wants to be Republican leaning, they can be Republican leaning. If they want to be Democratic leaning, they can be Democrat leaning. They want to be liberal or conservative, they can be liberal or conservative. Not a damn thing you can do about it. And if you don't like it, go to another platform. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. So anyone else have anything to kind of add to that one?
Not really.
Not really?
No, not really.
Well, why not?
I have nothing to add.
You have nothing to add. That's the first.
I know, right?
I
For
know.
now.
But now, what about anyone else? Technically, you don't, Renslayer. I'm sorry.
Silence is violence.
Alright, so technically, you do and you don't. So, you can say whatever you want on a platform. Nothing is, say on YouTube, say on Twitter. Nothing's stopping you from saying what you want. But if you get got by Twitter for it, not a damn thing you can do about it, because that's technically their right. So, and that's what comes down to the Section 230. And even if you try to go to law and you feel like your free speech right has been suppressed by Twitter, they're gonna tell you the exact same thing. Don't like it? Go to another place. Because that is Twitter's rules. So there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Except for accept it, move on.
Yep. I found
Trust
I
me,
posted.
Trust me, I don't like either. There's a lot of things I like to talk about, post about. A lot of things I know that I can't say this and I can't say that. Because I know if I do, I'm going to get got. And if I get got, well, that's not Twitter's fault. That's my fault for being stupid and saying something I knew was going to get me got. So, and that's the thing. Even in the United States, you still have... So, what is free speech? The right to say anything you want. That's true. You have the right to say anything you want. You can sit in front of an officer and you can say this. I'm gonna go rob that store and then set it on fire. You had the right to say that. There's consequences for what you say, though. So there's always a consequence for a right. Nothing's stopping you from saying it. You can say it. You just gotta deal with the consequences of what happens afterwards.
True.
So I like people throwing out, it's my right, it's my First Amendment right. Yes, you had that right, but you still gotta deal with the consequences of what you say.
Oh yeah.
Just like it's a right to have a driver's license. I can drive anywhere I want in my car. There's some places in some countries that you can't do that. You gotta have special permissions and permits to be able to do that. A lot more difficult than it is in the United States to go out and grab a driver's license and then drive a car. But if you're caught going 10 miles over the speed limit 2, 3, 4 times, you're gonna have that right taken away from you. Same thing with the First Amendment. Yeah, you have the right to say anything you want, but you abuse that right too many times, you could be thrown in the clanker and have all your civil liberties removed.
True.
I don't understand this argument. It's pretty cut, dry, and simple. I love the fact that people like to go out and say, "It's my right. It's my right." Yes, but there's limitations. There's rules in place for those rights too. You got to follow the rule set.
Mm-hmm. I published an article in your meme thing.
In my meme thing.
Yeah.
Okay. What article is this?
Oh, you'll see it.
No! Fuck you! To be fair, I've actually seen that done in my area a couple times. 21 violations discovered during Pickup's mobile home move job.
Yeah, your part-time job.
That's not my part-time job. I don't have a fucking pickup truck powerful enough to do that shit.
That we know about.
No, I've only got 2 vehicles. I have a 1998 Ford Explorer and 1991 Ford Ranger that's 12-point pieces right now, and my fiance has a 2011 Chevy Aveo.
You should see how he has it hooked up. It's
I
hilarious.
see how he has it hooked up.
He's got like a one car hauler chained to something else.
Yeah.
But actually, the one car hauler is chained to the bottom end of the thing, which then the hitch is hooked up to the truck.
Yeah. Carter, right? I agree with that statement. Almost. Except for one of those things, actually 2 of those things are subjective. People who abuse their First Amendment rights for sinful things deserve to be arrested. Well, both of those terms can be subjective to different people. So, what kind of First Amendment right you have is actually really subjective. It's subjective based on the person. And sinful things, what sinful things? Again, that's based upon the person. And I mean, you got common sense things that you can think about, but sinful. Like I said, that's a real subjective term. What's sinful? What's sinful to you may not be sinful to me. What's sinful to one person may not be sinful to another person. What one person considers free speech, another person may not consider free speech. Again, it's all subjective, and it's you gotta use common sense and follow the law. And if you want to call abiding the law, not abiding the law sinful, then okay, I can see that. Yes, I'll agree with that. That's all right. So you're looking at sinful like breaking the law. Okay. I was gonna say that's kind of a subjective, the way you had it put. I like to deal with clear cut, not with subjective. Kind of like I think I like Henry Rue's quote that he uses in Jurassic World. To a canary, a cat's a monster. Monsters are just a term. We are just used to being the cat. That's actually a really elegant quote that I like to use sometimes. Because it's true. To us, a cat's not a monster. A cat is a house pet. But if you put a canary in front of it, a canary's got to think that's a monster. Because it's going to get eaten by that cat.
Did you know they're making another?
Jurassic Park 3?
Yeah.
Jurassic World 3, yeah, I know about it. I've been... there's a channel I watch. The channel's name is Cleaning Foliotti. Floretti. I can't pronounce his fucking name. But he does a lot of fucking Jurassic Park related content. And, watching his content's got me interested in actually going through reading the Jurassic Park and Lost World novels. They're very, very different. The movies were both very different interpretations of the book. Not even close at all. I actually think technically, you couldn't make Jurassic Park a family-friendly film if you went by how it was wrote in the book. It'd be more akin to actually worse than Alien. It really would be.
Which one?
Both of them. Or any of them. Alright, so the one that comes to mind is Alien vs. Predator Requiem. It'd be worse than that one, violence-wise.
Really?
Yes, it would. Well, okay, so there's a scene in the Jurassic Park novel where Henry Rue makes a astonishing discovery that the behavior that the raptors on the island are taking are a product of genetic manipulation, and that they are smarter than what he thought they could ever be in a learning-based variety. And that time, he got attacked by 3 raptors, and subjectively, very descriptive on how his guts were ripped out, and he was being ate from the inside out by raptors as he was still alive. So, yeah, they couldn't make a film that's family-friendly if they would follow the novels of Jurassic Park and Lost World.
I sense a disturbance.
Yeah. Hey, Rogue.
Nerds. Hi.
Hey.
You tried to make a family-friendly Jurassic Park.
Well, as family-friendly as it is now, which technically borders the line, what I'm saying is they couldn't make it exactly the way the novel was.
Well, they could not. Well, let's see here. Their level for the regular Jurassic Park, I believe it's supposed to be roughly around the PG-13, maybe.
Yes.
What is considered now a Y-17. I think they can get away with an R-rated, but they would reduce the overall children.
They would reduce the viewability.
Yeah. They would probably still get a huge push. I mean, we've had rated R films that have broken the mold, such as Deadpool and that.
Yeah. They also had 2 different versions of that movie, though. They had the red light version and a censored version. And the red light version is much better than censored version, in my opinion.
But yeah, it is possible of doing it.
Oh yeah, it's possible. But yeah, no, we were going through and we were talking a little bit. I brought up the Section 230 about platforms and publishers, and we talked. Well, we didn't talk. Everyone else kind of shut up, and I talked, and no one else had anything to add to that. So,
You mean you had the floor to yourself without any contradictions? My
I
goodness.
guess I was missing you, Rogue.
Yeah, well, see, I unfortunately agree with the acts of 230 in that a platform, well, a company that provides a space has the ability to dictate what happens on that space.
But they do lose protections if they don't follow the rules. So
Actually, no, they do not.
do
According
not.
to the rules, no. According to your rules, they do not.
They don't
So
lose.
this complete leap of logic. They lose rights because they dictate on what they're supposed to do.
rights protection.
Unfortunately, those rules have been put into place that gave them. They're unlike the telephone argument. There's been a lot of different lawyers, even on YouTube, that have argued this and have sided up with people on YouTube and Google and that just for 230.
Is a man a woman just because he says he's a woman?
Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter.
Well, is a newspaper is just a newspaper.
Newspaper is a newspaper is a newspaper.
And they're held liable, right?
Well, okay.
They are an editorial.
Yeah, a newspaper is different.
Okay, they actually fuck themselves up by calling themselves a newspaper.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with a newspaper editorial and stuff like that. That is limited down to a select group of people that's within that publisher to post stuff out that is considered news. Think about if that editor then allowed anyone online to go in to post stuff down as the news. It drastically shifts and changes the dynamic of what they're doing. It no longer becomes an editorial because editorial is made specifically by a news or editorial company. Twitter is not that. It is a social platform for anyone who wants to get on it and talk and do stuff. Can get on to that platform, talk and do stuff within the rules and boundaries that place.
No, that's true. I'm not denying that. They were fine until they said, "Hey, we're going to decide what's true and false."
No, unfortunately,
they really were. They really were.
No. Unfortunately, the idea of the whole the act of the Section 230 is the same thing. All it does is it protects the blog host from the liabilities of any actions from its user base.
Yeah. So technically, they want to come out and state that, yeah, we believe that this is true and we believe this is false. Technically, they still fall within their rights to do so because 230 kind of puts into place that the platform or the website itself, Twitter, that is their First Amendment right to do whatever they want with their platform. So they can. And they want to say that, if they want to come out and say that the Holocaust didn't exist, well, guess what? To Twitter and that platform, the Holocaust didn't exist.
Oh, no, they can say that, but they can't edit somebody else's.
Yes, they can.
Now what you can do?
No. Unfortunately,
you can't change somebody. Okay, you are when you do that, you're changing someone's work. You are.
Unfortunately, when it comes down to the actual system itself, they have the ability, because they have the access to the back end, to literally either A, change your statement, or B, remove it outright.
Oh, no, they can do that.
Yeah, most of the time they just remove it outright.
That's where we have to be extra careful. Yes, I understand that Trump would like to give more of a definition of what rights that they can actually do. But as it stands right now, because of the wording of the law and the vagueness that has been given, they, as in the person that provides the space, has the ability to blacklist, to remove, to edit, and to pretty much select who has the ability to post.
And if you don't like it, you do not have to use our services, because that's one of the things that you got to consider when you go to a site like that. That's the reason why they flash the terms of service in front of you before you say, "Are you sure you want to continue on and being a part of this platform?"
Yeah,
because
but 15,000 paragraphs later.
No, actually, no, it's not that long, Pan. I've read them.
I'm kidding. Goddamn.
No, but again, I've literally read each
One
one that
paragraph
comes
is
up.
too long, Rogue.
Regardless, I read
Let's
each
be
one
honest.
before I get involved in I don't like Facebook, but I read their terms. And any changes that they make, I read their terms. Sometimes their terms that they make is one little section in one, paragraph. It's a sentence that they've changed, or
So
they've added
you're
something
saying
new.
it's okay for Facebook and Twitter to change their paragraphs, but not the FCC.
No, the FCC has to go by a different standard of rules.
Well,
Yeah.
they're just
FCC
re-identifying and straightening out.
All right, so
Hold
the FCC has to make sure that the website services are following a certain protocol that they have put in place, and the website breaks that protocol, then they come at them in a legal stance and position, kind of like they did with YouTube. They can't change what's been put on there, but they can say, no, you don't conform with our guidelines. Either you change it or you get removed outright. And that's where a lot of the terms of service with YouTube and Twitter comes along. Now, this is the difference between YouTube and Twitter. YouTube, you get paid for certain things that you do. You can put advertisements and stuff like that. Twitter, you can a little bit, but not as extensive as how YouTube does it. Twitter, I don't think they do data mining like YouTube does. I can't remember.
Yeah, they do have their data mining in the background. Anytime that you use any social media services, they do mine data. Whether they create a blockchain inside the actual program so that they can actually get Bitcoins or whatever coinage that they need, or they use all that data that you've given them, like place of, a date of birth, place, and so on and so forth, name, and sell that out to another company. They have the legal rights to do so because it actually states in the terms of service that we all kind of check off.
Yeah, and theirs is a lot better than YouTube because YouTube doesn't have really it's not a forcible age verification system. It's just kind of like this age or that age. You don't even have to check that, I don't believe, on YouTube.
Actually, Facebook is worse because they own every picture and every conversation that you mention on Facebook.
Yeah, and that's one of the things too. Is like, I see people bitch and complain because they'll see that photo from Facebook somewhere else. It's like, well, I didn't give them the right to do that. Technically, you did as soon as you posted it. Anything you post on social media, you lose control of. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and who wants to send pictures across the interweb from one person to another? Well, guess what?
Yeah. What was it? I can't remember who was having the conversation. I think we were actually.
Probably.
I think it was on Patch Notes about when you stream to Twitch. Or maybe it wasn't us. Maybe it was someone else. But when you stream to Twitch and if you're an affiliate for 24 hours, that content is not yours. It's Twitch's. So technically, within that 24-hour period, you cannot restream to YouTube. You cannot take that content and stream anywhere else because according to the way Twitch has got set up for the term service contract, and especially being an affiliate, technically, if you just take that content and put it onto YouTube within that 24-hour period, technically you're copyright infringing on Twitch, even though it's your content.
Yep.
So yeah, and that's one of the things I laugh about when people are saying, "Well, it's my content. It's my." You sure about that?
Well, they do have a point that they're claiming that it is their content, but the right to distribute that content has been taken away, or at least put into stasis for at least a 24-hour term, or whatever term that they've agreed to, until they can push it over to the next, platform.
Yeah. Twitch, actually, no, Twitch
Now, Twitch is pretty lenient on that. You can take an edited version of the raw file and place it someplace else. Not.
Yeah, it's
Twitch doesn't have to change that quarter. That's actually one of the unique things that they try to do to make Twitch separate from other platforms. Does it suck? Yes, it sucks. But it ensures that people gotta use Twitch's platform before any other. That's the way of getting people to go to them instead of waiting a day or two to go somewhere else. They get first dibs on it.
Yeah, no, but no, we've had this conversation about the 230 and a few other sections for the social media, or at least what falls around the interpretation of neutrality for political views. I don't know, multiple times. This has been around for quite some time. Since the I guess the first apocalypse on YouTube, we've been having this goddamn conversation, and unfortunately, nothing's changed.
Yeah. Hang on a minute, Rogue. Winslow says a guy named DSP streams on Twitch and then puts on YouTube. Isn't that breaking the rules? And yes, is the same stream just broke up into videos that he streams in the day. It goes to YouTube. Technically, yes, it is, and technically, no, it isn't. If he's using video clips, I don't know how Twitch actually views.
I don't know if they look you have to look at it from this perspective. The full, for example, what we have here, the Re-Caffeinated on YouTube. YouTube holds a copy share for a certain time frame. They have the ability to remove and edit whatever is stated on this platform. Now, you, as a person who is creating this information, this beautiful, glorious entertainment, have the ability to take the recorded version of it and to divide it up. You can re-edit it, and it makes it a brand new piece of material. Even though it's the same basic information, it's just been redone and repackaged in a different way that could be presented someplace else. You take that same situation and put Twitch in it, you have the same level of recourse on Twitch's end. They can't do anything because of the rule, which is roughly around the 25% differences of the original entertainment material. Therein lies the work around their copyright hold. Let's see.
Yeah. Now, if you was to use Restream and you're streaming both to YouTube and or Twitch and or YouTube,
you need a cowboy hat, by the way.
Yeah. Anyways, if you stream to Twitch and then put that video up on YouTube within that 24-hour period, or you stream to both platforms, yes, technically it's against the rules. Are you gonna get got for it? Depends. It really does depend, and that's one of those.
God, jeez.
That's one of those coins you flip. So
no, but get God, I'm expecting you to be like, I don't know, on a Wrestle program with somebody like K Quick or something like that. Get God.
Russell. No, Russell.
Nah.
K Quick tags in the Sparkinator.
No.
Oh my God, he used the Get God.
Oh.
No.
1, 2. Oh no, they kicked out. No, see, there you
go. This reminds me of
this time of year, when it gets to a certain heat index, I'll go get a haircut and shave and all that good stuff. Usually,
all I referred is that you need a cowboy hat to go with that. I don't care about the haircut and that. You look very dapper with it. I'm just saying that the phrase that you use, "get got," just sounds like a wrestle term.
Oh, you get got. I don't follow wrestling terms and stuff like that, so I don't know.
No, it's just there's certain things that I remember growing up. There was so many different wrestle programs that were out there, and um, the henceforth the wrestler that I picked out, Kate Quick or Ron Killens. He's a black individual from the South who uses "get got" and a few other terms. I'm like going, that sounds like wrestle. I could just see, Sparkles over here doing wrestle.
I mean,
Every time you say that, Rogue, I think of the Blue Stream where he does the little wrestle with the trans.
Yes.
And I'm just like, that's wrestle. Well, I'll wrestle. All right.
I mean, just could you just picture Sparky over here in a professional wrestling environment?
I've actually been asked to go to some place to actually participate, but it's like I don't want to. Thanks, I'm good. But
but again, I had the way I say had because he passed on a great grandfather who was part of the Carney level of professional wrestling, the original group that would have went from town to town and that, and they only picked him out at a young age because one, he was a very big boy. He had the kind of like the wheelbarrow, the water barrel. He was very big and broad, and he was able to climb a tree very quickly at a young age. And he's a basic farmer boy, the basics farmer boy, big and broad and built like a fucking horse. And then from that he got into that and made a pretty good amount of money, but realistically he did it mostly for the family and that. Got out of that and went into construction and eventually passed. But when I say construction, I mean old construction where you went from where they walked the beams without the actual protections and that. There's a lot of people that died on that doing those old school build projects. Yes. So,
anyways, responding to Carter, DSP is so hilarious, he's bad at games. Any game he plays, he fails to know the basics. That's a majority of any person playing a game online. I have seen plenty of. So whenever I first started playing 7 Days to Die with you guys, it took me at least a good couple weeks to kind of get the ins and outs of that game, and even then, it took a while. And
I have to kind of put in a little bit of my multiple senses and realize that we're talking about Darkside Phil here. Darkside Phil actually knows how to play said game. Problem is, he created a fan base that wanted him to fail at said game. Because when he started getting the phrase getting good, they stopped showing up. But the moment he started ranting and raving and swearing at the game and making it look like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, he ended up with more and more of a fan base. That's how he got his fame. So fucking up is what he's known to do. So he's got to live up to that that character that he's built.
Yeah.
and
DS
similar, but not like to retardation levels.
Yeah, and DSP has actually changed the server name from DSP to Party Time Gamers. So
yeah,
isn't like DSP's like group almost like Ice Poseidon was? Ice Poseidon.
Yeah, they're very toxic. They are a bunch of young trolls that just are cutting their teeth.
So what do you think about Wings of Redemption?
Another again, they have a certain fan bases that are usually young, impressionable, and want to get a degree of trollogen. I mean, realistically, I'm a troll. I'm an old troll, but I had to start somewhere.
Trolling down down the street singing, I'm gonna.
I'm the original troll.
Time out.
I lived under bridges.
Right, so DSP intentionally fails.
I think you still do.
Alright, time out. So Carter points out that DSP intentionally fails. That's legitimately stupid. Markiplier intentionally fails at games at times. Yes,
Actually, if you look at
it's
Markiplier,
when it's not all the time,
it's not all the time.
no, but if you look, okay, if we take Markiplier and you look at him from when he first started to where he is now, there's a giant leap. He's taken his comedy routine or his comedy ability, and applied it to his streams.
Mm-hmm.
Are they all? Would they all be considered PG? No, not really. I would say they're PG-13 to maybe, 17 and above. There are moments where he, swears endlessly.
Yeah, like getting over with Bennett Foddy.
Yeah, but no, even
you don't have to
in
actually try to fail. You just fail.
Yeah.
where just watching him go from one state of sanity to insanity, it's very amusing for some.
Yeah.
But
So I
is it a legitimate thing or is it just an act?
It's probably just an act, most likely.
Yeah, see.
At times, most of the time, it's legitimate. But
Yes,
but what it comes down to is like I haven't played Subnautica, any of those other games, so I can't state for that one. But I have played 7 Days to Die, and I have seen him play it. And most of the time, I watch him play it. I am yelling at the fucking TV. You don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
And yet he does.
But
Yeah,
Well-
yeah, he does.
But part of the entertainment is, if you didn't come to watch them, if you didn't come to watch them fail, then you're not doing Let's Plays right.
Correct.
Because
Yeah.
part of the amusement is how they react. Most likely, you're going to get more reaction in how they fail.
Yeah, and that's the thing is whenever I was playing, I do my Let's Plays a little bit differently. Whenever me and Solomon was playing through the all the Mega Man games and the Super Mario Brother games, we played through it to do 100% completion of the game from start to finish, doing multiple episodes. Just basically play, showcase the game, talk about the game, and go from there. We wasn't trying to... Okay, we're going to intentionally fail. Now, if we failed, we incorporated that. Like, when we decided to play Mega Man Limited, we failed a lot in that game. And it was not intentional. It was completely, how can I say... controller breaking fury at times with that game, but we try to incorporate that into the actual gameplay aspect. That like when we were doing the Omega bosses in that game, I think I did a couple fast takes of us getting killed about 40 freaking times by one boss. Because it's brutal. Because, okay, so they hit you 3 times with a weapon, you died at full health. And they hit you physically 2 times at full health, you died. But in order to kill them, you had to hit them 30 times with your weapon. So it was...
What kind of weapon are we talking about here, Sparky? And does it need to be big and black?
Alright, so whenever you're doing the Omega bosses in Unlimited, so you go through and you play the game. Unlimited is a brutally hard game as it is. But they incorporate these challenges in the game to where you can fight what's called the Omega bosses, and they're basically souped up versions of the robot bosses within the game. And you get benefits for it. So, like, if you beat an Omega boss, let's just put Pump Man. Oh, not Pump Man. Can't remember. Nail Man. Nail Man was one of the. No, not Nail Man.
I don't think we should be talking about Nail Man when I've also included a big and black,
Okay.
weapon.
Try Nitro Man. All right, so try Nitro Man is one of the most difficult bosses in that game to play because if you hit his head 3 times, he blows up, and it doesn't matter where you are on the screen, you blow up with him. So you cannot hit his. You can only hit his head when his health is like to the point you hit him one more time, he dies. So here's the benefits to the main bosses. When you beat them, your weapon energy depletes less for that boss, and it hits a lot harder afterwards. So when you go in to play them, the hit points are higher, the damage points are higher, and you go in basically just base you. You do not have access to any other weapon. You only got your Mega Buster, and you can only defeat them with the Mega Buster. So it's extremely difficult, but it's rewarding once you beat it. So, I mean, gameplays like that, whenever me and Solomon doing them, when we failed, not intentionally, we tried to showcase it just because, you know, it was a brutally difficult game. But we didn't go out and intentionally fuck up. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Like for me, when we did the swap offs, because he would play once, and then when he died, I play, and then swap off, he played, and then swap off, I played. And then when we got to Super Mario Brother games, we'd play as, you know, play 1, play 2. I played Luigi, he played Mario. And if you notice, I suck at those games. Pretty damn bad.
Really? You do?
I do. I
thought you were the gift of gaming.
I'm not. I suck. I mean, so
Savant here.
It'll be times where Star would be playing, and he'd be playing for about 5 minutes to 7 minutes, and then he finally die, and he'd go to me. I'd play for 40 seconds and then die. And he'd go back
No, of
to
course.
him.
I mean, it seems reasonable.
It was not intentional. It's just the simple fact that I haven't played a game since I was a kid. I'm used to 3D RPG based games like Megaman Legends, Fallout, games like that. I'm good at, but when it comes to the 2D side scrollers, I fucking suck at them.
Oh, that's the way how we are. Everybody has their niche in life. Others, not so much. But yeah, when we get down to the nitty gritty, people like Phil on that. They were around at the dawn of YouTube, so they pretty much created aspects of what we see, old YouTube was about, and what current YouTube will be. Trollage is still there. Fuck the it's just a prank, brah, is still kicking about, but not at the highest level as it used to be. So yeah, YouTube has changed, and I can say for the good or for the worst at the same. It's their platform, their decision. But yeah, everything's quiet, and apparently I've got now 1,000 subscribers on my my YouTube.
That's good.
I know. I got 1,000 people, Pan. 1,000. That's insane.
People where now?
On the YouTube channel that I have.
Congratulations.
That pretty much deals with just media and outdated media.
Yeah, congratulations, Rube.
Yeah, thank you. I broke the 1,000. I'm impressed.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I've been slowly climbing up in my subscriber count, but in like the last 2-3 months, it's kind of just plateaued and staying where it is.
You're gonna have moments where you plateau and whatnot.
Yeah, it's based off of the material that you put in, as well as if it catches the interest of the your viewer base.
Yeah, I'm still trying to decide what I fully want to do. And the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking.
Well, I keep saying that you need to get a cowboy hat, preferably in black. Maybe a 10-gallon, and start doing either some cooking related shows or start fixing some shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, what am I do with this challenge? So, because I know for a fact that it's I don't think it's gonna go anywhere else. It's gonna slowly just start being what it is, slowly creep up. So I'm thinking about just kind of like scuttling this channel, not getting rid of it fully, but making it to where, putting out a video in it. It's like all content from this channel will be moved to this channel, this channel, this channel. Actually making it more topic.
Oh, Cartwright wants to know something. Sorry, I don't want to just disrupt you on your thought process there, sir.
All right, that's fine.
But the question is, anyways, what's the deal with jump scares being overused?
People like
Well,
watching
that
people
is a
getting
movie
shit scared
terminology.
of them.
That's something in my wheelhouse. My goodness. Okay, so the reason why jump scares are generally overused is it's called poor writing. And in some cases, very poor direction, because of the factor that they have that only element that they could use in order to give that degree of uncomfortability or scare to the watcher. Not the Witcher, but the watcher. So if you want to have them reduce the overall jump scares, don't watch the fucking movie.
Yeah. And if it's in a game, well, don't play a game based around jump scares.
Yes.
I like me myself, I don't really like playing games with jump scares. They don't really get me that much. But I like watching other people play games with jump scares because I like watching them jump out of their skin sometimes. I actually watched.
Yeah, but that only works for a certain period of time, because there's been like certain games that have debuted, like
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, that. Where you get a montage of people jumping out of their bloody skin, and it's only good for usually maybe 1 or 2 times view. You'll have to go away to come back later, in order to get the same level of fun out of it.
Well, I like Alien Isolation. I like watching the jump scares from those. I recently watched Ox1 play for the game, and some of the jump scares I got him pretty interesting. Not everyone reacts the same way. So Markiplier was fun. It was just fun watching his reaction during some parts of the game. I like whenever he goes to blow up the reactor or purge the reactor. The look on his face when everything's happening is like, did it? Oh, alien? No, oh shit, they're still alive. Sorry. But
because he's played a lot of spooky or scary games for a very long time.
Yeah,
and now he's gotten to a level of where he critiques the games after he's played it. But he's gone through the whole act of being a complete jackass while he's playing said game. So you can see the two variances. He doesn't put a complete negative on the game in that. He will just say that it's a game that needs work, and here's the areas that could be improved.
True.
I've watched this man for quite some time for the scary games, but I do miss the old Markiplier when he was real. Yeah, now it's a hard time to figure out whether he's just a reactionary.
Well, whenever I started first watching Markiplier, it was whenever I stumbled across them, and the video I saw was what was it? It was Monstrum, or I can't remember the game, but he was in a sewer, and there were these creatures in the sewer. He could never beat the fucking game. He finally beat it, but I can't remember the name of the game. But it was Monstrum, and that one's when I first started watching them, and then I just every now and then when he makes something new, I take a look at it. If I was interested, I watched it. If I didn't, I clicked off of it. And I don't like all of his content. I just like some of his gameplays and stuff like that. I'll find
that's what I mean. I don't watch all of his content, like his cooking shit that he does, or he's talking with his dogs, or whatever, or whatever other sidekick that he has. I'm not a massive, fanatical fan, but I do like his three scary game play that he has, or He has a little group game called The Raft that he does. Now they're doing Minecraft Dungeons. Unfortunately, on Mark's end, he gets the shitty end of the stick right now. Because his others, such as Wade, and there was another one, I think it's Bob, ending up with the better drops, and Mark is getting the weaker drops. And every time that Mark gets something that he thinks is good, Wade or Bob ends up with something much better, which defeats Markiplier completely. And then you can see his excitement, and then all of a sudden the world just bottomed underneath him, and his complete defeat.
I do like watching some of the Uno videos, especially with the tormenting raid.
Yeah.
That's why I got the idea of me and Pin playing Uno and me tormenting Pin.
Yeah, no, and that's...
Why would you want to torment me?
Because you're fun to fuck with.
For the lulz. If you want,
that's basically everything is about. Everything that I do is going to be about the
your
lulz.
girlfriend that.
Well,
Oh,
she playing video games.
Oh, she knows you're fun to fuck with.
Okay then. I didn't know she swang like that.
Well, you don't know.
Some women do,
well,
Pin.
so.
Some women do. Yeah. Just have to be careful. They have their own ideas of what the yes or no's for their guys.
if you really wanted to destroy people's minds, put on like the worst card decks on Cards Against Humanity.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
That would destroy people's minds.
Oh, and it has. I remember breaking Antoine.
Pen isn't funny.
I broke Antoine I don't know how many times on Cards Against Humanity. And I've got some really good takes from him, too.
Oh, I did. Well, I mean, look at what I had. Yeah. Look at the videos when I had Antoine read that one book by Lena Dunham.
Yes. Those are glorious moments. You should get more of that. You guys should seriously have more opportunities to break Antoine's brain.
Mm-hmm. I guess Carter and Winslow are kind of trading blows in the chat.
Or that too, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna like somebody that they don't like. Like, I've got one that will turn heads. I like listening to Tonka sometimes, but I know a lot of people don't like him.
I think he's a jackass, but he does have his moments where he's correct, and I'm not going to take that away from him. I give everybody their space in that. I still will harass if need be on the basis of being the tough guy on the internet, because that's never going to go away. Unfortunately, that's the level of stupidity that he wanted to die on, that hill, that was his choice. But I don't like Andy Worski. Hell, I don't even like Sargon of Akkad or any of the other, Sargonites. I don't have to, enjoy their material to find that they're right on some occasions. On some occasions, they are right. On other occasions, they're outright wrong. It's like I have on our Discord, we have Maxwell, who's changed his name multiple times. And he's on this complete idealism that all atheists have the undercore, scripture and kind of like a book that they go by, almost like they're a religious aspect. Hello, man, Squatch. How are you? And the unfortunate factor is there are some that do have the cult mentality and others that do not. It's the same thing with religion. Religion has its follower base that could lead to a cult mentality. Others just have people to show up just because they have to save faith for their family. That's it.
It's like fandoms in anime and brand fans for like vehicles. The most classic one of all is like Ford versus Chevy. It's like they both have, and I don't understand it. Me myself, I drive Fords. I like the Explorers and the Rangers. Those are my favorite types of Fords to drive. But those other models, vehicles like the Dodge 3500s, I think they're a good truck with the Cummins in it. And there's several other aspects. But here's the thing: every brand has its uptakes, every brand has the downfalls. Even brands that I'm fans with. Like I'm a Peterbilt mechanic. I love Peterbilt trucks. I work on them all the time. I think they're one of the best trucks out there. But there's other trucks out there that are a lot better, especially with some of the engines that they put in them.
Mhm.
And it is what it is. Every brand has this. And I get the question all the time. It's like, so what truck would you prefer? What car would you prefer? What brand do you prefer? It's kind of subjective because it depends on what you're wanting, what you're looking for, and what you want to get. It's not going to be, oh, Chevy for this and everything else. Or it's going to be Ford for this and everything else. And no. It's going to be based on what is good for what you're wanting to use it for. So I don't understand the diehard arguments most people have all the time, especially like with fandoms. Yeah, oh god, one of the best examples I could put up is like one for Overlord. Good God, if you ever look on the wiki on that site, Jesus Christ, some of those people are just lunatics and fucking nuts.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing if you go to Rational Wiki and go to another place that has their collection of internet spurgs and the database that's built on them.
Well, I brought this up multiple times before in the past, but it's like there's one portion in that show I just don't agree with, and I think it was a waste of a character. And that was in like season 3, episode 8 of Overlord. And I have my disagreements with it. I think that they or was it? I think they should have stuck true with the web novel and Overlord, but they didn't. They took it in a different direction. That's my own take. I think they wasted a couple good groups of characters that they could probably use later on in the story to really build upon it. But that's my opinion. But do not say
and you're sticking with it.
Do not say that to anyone in those communities because they will try to
you're blasphemy.
How
dare you?
And it's like
slightly better or worse than the Ruby community.
Overwatch community.
Worse.
It's worse.
Overwatch is worse.
Yeah. And I'm glad that you sticking in your closet there, Ken.
My closet.
I know. Clean it, goddammit!
Oh my god, we got another closet streamer. God help us.
Well, she's admitting that she can come out of the closet whenever she feels like it.
Yeah, I know. All I expect her to do is clean it every now and then. God damn it!
Closet streamers are the Ross.
What I thought was hilarious was is basically like during the whole like Susie Lou thing. It's like Tonka wouldn't even talk about it, but everybody else, Tonka was like going off like, who cares? She's gonna win no matter what. And everybody was making fun of Tonka for not like. I think they're making fun of him for not like agreeing with them.
Yes,
they were calling him a spurg and everything else, and he was just like, I don't care.
All right, time out. So time out. So the whole thing, and it wasn't really Tonka trying to defend Susie Lee. It was not.
What he was referring to was the fact that he didn't want to get involved.
No, he didn't want to. He didn't want to get involved, but he got involved because of the people going at her. Because that's he has had multiple run-ins with like not Johnson, but like Tipster, Bo Blacks,
Augie.
He's had multiple run-ins with these people. It's like, you're stupid, this is what's gonna happen. He's been right, I think, several times in a row now. And the last one that was real crippling to them was the whole Pro Jared thing. And Tonka's thing is, he doesn't care. He doesn't care one way or another what happens to Suzalu. What he cares about is he sees them saying one thing and has seen them do the same thing either before in the past or now, and he's actually calling them out for, well, you're not okay with this, then why are you doing this? If you're not okay with that, then why are you doing this? He points out the hypocrisy of the whole thing. That's one of the reasons why I do like watching them. because I do like his take on something like that, and he does provide the proof and the evidence of it. So,
And that's why I kind of say he's got his moments where he's correct, and other moments where I can say he's not.
True.
but I can tell you
I'm
right
not,
now,
and
he does
again, I'm
not
not
like
going to
Susie
take
Lou.
away from him from being right. Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, he's right on certain decisions. I'm not going to defend the guy outright if need be on
I'm
his
not.
basis of principle.
He can
I'm just going
defend
to say that
himself,
he
so it's
has
like,
his own
whatever.
opinion, and whether you like it or not, you can either continue to watch it and try to argue with the guy that's on his own platform, his own space, that has the ability to monitor it as well as remove people that disagree with them. You can't bitch about it. You just have to deal with it. Or you could not just go there to swarm him with the amount of stupidity that most fandoms have.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, I think I've been called a Tonka cuck. I have no idea how many times, because the simple fact of just watching him, and it's like, dude, I don't fucking defend the man. The man can defend himself. I don't care what you think about him. I don't care if you like him or not. I just like some of his takes he has, and I do enjoy talking to him, because I talk to him every now and then. I don't know. Are you in his Discord? I think you've talked to him a couple times, haven't you, Ben?
Yeah,
Oh, you're talking to Ben, not Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
I listen to him, but because of the fact that when he comes on is when I'm mostly working, I really don't. I've talked to him in the past, yeah, but most of the time I don't have his Discord. I've been trying to find it, but I think they keep it private, but
yeah,
they don't have the link out there. It's actually a really cool Discord. If you get a hold of Vamp, just tell her that you know me or Antoine. Yeah, just tell her that you know me and him, and we'll vouch for you, and she'll send you a link.
This just in. Apparently, there are reports that looters and rioters are now getting ready to raid a children's hospital in Houston.
Holy shit!
Are you kidding me?
Nope. They've already attacked a child and their father coming out of the hospital. They're getting ready to raid it as soon as they're able to lift the door.
Children's hospital?
A children's hospital.
No, again, this all proves that nothing is safe or sacred. Yeah.
And it's mostly it is a mixture of black and white, Hispanic, and other races of people.
Yep.
Right now, so they just it's not a race thing anymore. It's a hate. Just
they keep shooting themselves in
always
the foot.
A hate thing. I thought that was hilarious. Try to utilize this outrage over one person's death because of a stupidity of the officers. This is gonna get worse.
It's common sense.
No
one has common sense anymore.
Sending in the National Guard, and I don't know if it's rumored that the authorized shoot to kill has been.
Oh, I hope shoot to kill has been introduced.
Because it's children, it's a hospital, and they better fucking protect them.
Yeah.
If they don't, that is a failure on the highest fucking level.
Well, hell, in New York City, Houston.
Draconis is neck of the wood.
They're not. This is only going on through Twitter. They're not actually reporting on this on CNN. I don't know if Fox News has picked it up yet.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Take it with a grain of salt. Because, like I said, we had that one Antifa reporting in my area. And probably there was about 5 or 6 people that were actually apprehended trying to do stuff. But that was all that was. And it was made out to be this whole big deal. But a lot of it was people who didn't agree with, like, they got arrested because they were being stupid. And while they were being arrested, put on social media and a call out for Antifa because, oh my god, police brutality because I did something stupid and they wasn't even being.
You did something stupid.
Apparently, they're already there in front of the hospital.
Oh shit!
Oh, well, hey. Remember, Black Lives Matter.
And not the black ones in that hospital, apparently.
No, it's never about the ones in that hospital. It's always about certain Black lives.
Hey,
Matter.
hey. It's all
If
good.
they go through it, if they go through with it, okay, they are no different than the Saudis we shot missiles at in the Middle East using schools and hospitals for cover.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's already well, that's a day ago. There's a video of riders attacking the children's hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why? No, I want to know why. What's the point? What's the purpose of doing it?
Money. It's the white people, or
Yeah, it's a hospital meant for white people, so on and so forth. But it does have a degree of money. If they bend the knee, then the hospitals will, service for them. Look, this is a whole tactic for Marxism. This is the Marxist uprise. This is how it starts. You take take over every bourgeoisie's area of business, forcing them to conscribe to that belief system for the basis of protection. It's like a mafioso thing. They learned a lot from the Italian mafia, or should I say the Sicilians.
So is that why Walmart hasn't been touched yet?
Yes.
well, I think they forced Disney into
they did
donating. Yeah.
Even though Disney has nothing open at the moment, but yeah, they're a lot of companies have taken the knee and donated, and in hopes that these people would leave them alone.
Nike has it hasn't helped Nike yet.
No, it never will.
That's because who has Kaepernick hasn't come out yet.
Right. And he'll never come out. He agrees with the killing of the popos and so on and so forth.
And the children. Don't forget about the. Oh, someone please think of the children.
No one's given.
Yeah, they gave up on the children a while back there, Pen.
Well, hell, I mean, even the people that are volunteering to clean up all the spray paint, they're being told that they're supporting whites.
Yeah.
Whites. What is it?
White supremacy in that.
White supremacy and shame and.
Yeah, the beautiful thing is these are not just white folks taking down graffiti and that. No, they're black individuals, merchants, and that have gone out of their way to try to bring back their community to what it used to be, but they can't.
Oh my God!
Because of this whole Black Lives Matter bullshit. That even they're calling it out, going, "Black Lives Matter bullshit." You're lying.
Also, Florida's city's state of emergency prohibits gun sales amid protests.
Mm-hmm.
That was just an hour ago. They put up.
Nice.
Okay, I'm sending you all awesome tweet. This is hilarious, and it's absolutely true.
Oh God, you're sending me tweets now?
No, I didn't.
Now I can't because of these stupid goddamn protesters.
No, I mean it's just one of those things, Pan. You should have got there earlier.
Yeah, I know.
Got your gun going, girl, but you be late, so now you got to wait for the protesters to go away.
Apparently, in Minnesota, they are the mayor won't defund the police, so they kicked him out of the rally.
Yeah, that's correct. That's what happened.
Apparently, I think like the street right next to where the president the White House is named Black Lives Matter Boulevard or something like that. In DC.
Yeah, no, and that's basically your civil liberties are being under attack and being questioned again. So, yeah, this whole amendment thing. Wow, it's an interesting idea. I wish you guys the best of luck going forward.
What are we
here in
doing?
Canada, we'll be watching with lots of buttery popcorn.
Mhm.
We're getting a new fucking amendment.
You might end up with one.
Fuck.
Well, the funny part is that all these riots and stuff is actually making a lot of people pro Second Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's screaming Third Amendment, and I'm like, why? No
What's
one's trying to quarter troops into your homes. Hotels are not your homes. Those are private businesses that have agreed on monetary funds. Monetary compensation. No, you can't kick them out. And the mayor's like, I'll kick you out. I'm like, no, you don't own the hotels. You're paying the Third Amendment. Do you own the hotels? No. Shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of an interesting little turn of it. The mayor is a retard.
Wow, I thought that was a pretty much
what
a
mayor
standard
isn't?
there.
I was going to say, Third Amendment is for private property. If the hotel is being compensated and they are willing to house troops, then the mayor has no business saying you can't be there. It's like, you cannot interfere with the personal transaction with the hospital. You would then be violating the Third Amendment. Not hospital, the hotel, but you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Suggested amendments in the 20th century. Amendment to abolish the Senate was proposed by Socialist Representative Victor Brung in 1911. That would have been interesting because of corruption. Another amendment was anti-misgendering amendments. Just
because gender is
in 1912. Interesting.
Yeah.
But I mean, wouldn't that be covered underneath just basic civil rights?
Yeah, basically that would be undone by civil rights, really. Anti-polygamy is 1914.
But then, of course, there's the people out on Twitter who are like, oh, that's not a children's hospital. That's a... You know what? It doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter. Stop it.
There was a low-lead amendment.
All I can say is do it.
Reduced the ability for America to go to war with other countries. The maximum wage amendment, that no person should accumulate more than $1 million, was once proposed.
What?
Amendment to, oh yeah, this was back in 1933.
Mm-hmm.
And amendment.
I mean, there's a lot of different things that I like the factor that you guys keep wanting to. Well, some of your citizens, lovely citizens, there want to go against certain amendments that have been in existence for quite some time. It's like they've never read the
These were proposed but never followed through with or approved.
But again,
to limit investment income was proposed in 1933 as well.
See, here's
repeal the 21st Amendment ending prohibition.
All right, so what a lot of people don't understand is the way the U.S. government's set up. It's a structured stack system. So it's stacked on top of one of another, and anything that's stacked on top of it cannot contradict or go against what's below it. They can only add to it. So it's structured as civil rights, Bill of Rights, constitutions, and then amendments to that. And any amendment that's put forth cannot hinder, interrupt, or disrupt anything that's been into place beforehand. And that's what a lot of people and a lot of fucking officials don't fucking realize and understand, especially when they want to put out those like that one amendment for no American can get over $1 million in wages and stuff like that.
There was the school amendment
that actually goes against 3 or 4. Actually, it goes primarily against the First Amendment because that could be technically looked at not First Amendment, but just basic rights in general for life, liberty, and prosperity.
Yeah, but you don't have the ability for life or liberty. You're not supposed to have those, right?
No, well, we do, so they can go.
I know, but for some, you're not supposed to have it.
Which has been going on for about about 50 years now. It looks like maybe 60, going on 60. The flag desecration amendment, which, you know what, You're an asshole if you want to do it. I don't give a shit. That's my opinion on that. The Bell Cellar, the closest amendment to passing electro-colored abomination abolishment amendment. The Human Life Amendment, proposed in 1963, which would overturn Wade versus Roe, court's ruling prohibition. The Balanced Budget Amendment. Oh, God. That's one that Congress will never pass. They don't want a balanced budget.
You don't want a balanced budget?
No, Congress doesn't want a balanced budget.
I know. Is that like the whole group, or is that just like the group that's in Congress right now?
Hey, Dragon.
It's probably the group that's in Congress right now.
Hey, guys, hang on. You surviving, Dragon F?
Oh, he's muted. So
who's muted?
Dracona. Oh, he's alive and well.
Yeah. Are you alive and well? Have you been hit by riders yet?
Now this is what I can get behind.
The mic.
He's quiet.
Amendment. The Single Subject Amendment, an amendment proposed first in 1996, which would introduce a single subject rule blocking members of Congress from adding riders to the bill. I can actually get behind that. It will never happen because, like I said, Congress doesn't want that to happen. But I can get behind that one.
Well, I mean, you can get behind a lot of things.
Yeah, it just depends on who wants to stand in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Bend over.
I don't think you want to, stand in front of anything too greatly there, Gemax.
No, I said I could stand behind.
I know, that's what I said.
I didn't say stand in front.
And you're not willing to do so it's like, fine.
I'm not willing to stand in front of anybody or anything. I'm the biggest fucking person there. So
I know, that's why people would rather stand behind you, not the other way around.
Tell me about it. Assholes.
Use the fat man as cover.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, isn't that like, use the darkies for cover? I mean, here
was the thing. I was put in front of my entire squad during graduation, so no one would see the people who would drop out from the heat because it was 120, and I was told if I fell out, they would give me an Article 15 from graduation because I failed to perform my duty. Fuck you, drill sergeant, by the way.
He was probably laughing as he walked away. He was actually listening.
I was fucking dying, and he was laughing. Because I can't believe you fucking fell through with it, because like half the fucking unit had to fall, half of every fucking platoon there fell out because it was 108 and we were standing in the sun for almost 3 hours straight.
Well, I mean,
because some asshole general decided since this is the largest graduating class in fucking years, I'm going to stand in my shaded booth and give a speech.
Uh-huh.
Fuck you, General. Fuck you.
This is page 1. Page 2. Oh, I lost my stuff. Go back. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone coughs. Oops, I forgot my to start all over.
Yeah. No, generals are pretty good on keeping on bullshitting. That's all there is to it. They'll just keep going with the same bullshit over and over until everybody forgot what they said to begin with. But
yeah, but
I want to remember for that. Cruel and unusual punishment. Oh, we already have that, but it doesn't apply to soldiers.
Yeah.
People always say slavery is today. I'm like, you haven't been in the military, have you?
No.
No, you haven't. You don't know what slavery is until you've been in the military. Fuck off. Then you might get an inkling.
Might. Yeah, no, I remind them that slavery still kind of exists, but
slavery does. It's called signing a contract with the U.S. military or any military. That's the closest there is to it. There's nothing even beyond that. I mean, honestly, there was a lawyer that argued to get his client out. This is slavery, and he won. And the U.S. fucking Supreme, they didn't want it to go in front of the U.S. Supreme Court, so they ruled it on the local level.
Nice.
And they let it go.
So it's kind
Because
of
if it had, it would have been like, oh, yeah, this is slavery. They would have had to, or indentured servitude. I mean, which is also illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying it's like the Twinkie defense.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I mean,
I have more of an idea. Here's the sad thing: these people who are rioting, I have more of an idea of what slavery is than they do. And I'm white because I've been technically more of a slave than any of them,
mm-hmm.
and I hate it. I hate it. I'm just like you fucking retards. You fucktard. No, I'm gonna go back to my old 1990 saying, fucktard.
There you go. Welcome back.
Yeah. I'm back in the 90s, bitches.
Yeah. When this kind of shit started, roughly around the 90s. I mean, yeah, there's been inkling throughout most of the decades, but 90s seems like they decided to go whole hog and go, yeah, we're going to make this a thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Can't fix stupid.
And one president gave a certain somebody a special seal.
Mm-hmm.
And a blowjob.
All it takes. All it takes. So yeah, now you guys are facing the aftermath and watching.
Wait, is it over? Because I haven't seen any aftermath yet.
No, the aftermath of that decision.
Oh God.
Now they're I've been reading some stuff, and now they're saying that they're indicating a blue wave this November.
No.
Oh, they've been indicating that blue wave for quite some time.
I believe it has started in 2015.
The only reason why they got that blue ripple, and that's what I'm going to call it, that blue ripple in 2018, was because Trump wasn't on the ballot.
Yeah.
Now he is.
Mm-hmm.
And if the last two special elections were any indication, the one in California and the one in Wisconsin, I think it was California and Wisconsin, they're in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, it was like the funny part about that
in 2018 though was actually more like a wave pool.
Yeah,
because it really wasn't much of one.
Well, so here's the thing though: the Wisconsin one, it was the Democrat won it with a +9, and then the Republican won it back with a +21, and it was like a 12-point swing in the opposite direction for Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just with the fact that now it's like people are like with people like in California now going through all the crap that they got to go through now. With now, like since the fact that Democrats are now allowing the illegals to get part of the Wuhan virus fund.
Oh, California. I don't know what the update was, but California mayor was still trying to get the illegals' money out of the funding there.
Well, I thought Pelosi allowed it.
Yeah, that's going to make whatever Californians are still there that are like, no, this is bullshit. Make it
Though Pelosi might have allowed it, it doesn't necessarily mean that the state has gone forward with the idea.
Yeah, she's not a governor. She can't do that.
Yeah.
Although she likes to act like she's president sometimes.
Well, that's what she's hoping for.
Vice presidency. I keep on telling people that. They don't believe me. Said she wants to be the vice.
That would be, her last form, her final form.
Yeah, I know.
Her final form.
Her final form will be president after Joe dies mysteriously.
No, that's her final form. It's like she takes over the White House.
And then afterwards, she'll
assassinates
say
everybody. Well, oh no, people mysteriously disappear.
And then she'll mysteriously say yes, and the pandemic will blow up in 5 minutes. But yet, several years down the road, nothing's happened.
No, I do like the factor that first we were all about the social distancing. Now, since most of the global world is opening up, the United States has their little issue of blacks.
Actually, Actually, I have I seen a post that I reposted, and I said, "What the fuck?" And it's a news article stating coronavirus facts not fear update stay-at-home order for Contra Costa County. Social outdoor gatherings of up to 12 people. Then below that, protests of up to 100 people.
Yeah.
One of these
I mean, you're going to get an
things-
uptick of the virus.
One of these things is the same to the other that contradicts the other.
Oh no, I know. But there will be the uptick of the virus. It won't be
No. Now they're predicting, since the riots have started, the virus is almost completely gone.
No. Okay, fine, but that's a belief system. I wish them the best of luck. There will be a slight. I'm saying there'll be a slight uptick of the virus, not any billions in population. We're just looking at maybe another 1,000 or so that will be infecting each other with this lovely flu for a little bit. Case in point, George Floyd may have had COVID-19.
Actually, they already said he did, I thought.
I put it may have had because of the factor that it's kind of hard to prove due to the amount of chemicals that are in his system. You can only speculate that he had it based on the toxicology of what was in his system. Not like the virus is going to stick around after the host is dead.
Well, apparently he had enough in his system
to
actually kill a person. So now, because of this shit, he is definitely going to get off. So they could literally say, well, he didn't do it. It was all the drugs in his system.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, congratulations, mob. You just let a guilty man get off.
Four of them.
Bro.
4 of them, too.
Yeah.
4 of them, yeah.
So, hey, I got another question, too. What do you think about what Lego did?
I don't know.
What did Lego do?
Lego donated $4 million to Black youth, which is awesome. But they're pulling ads for police and White House toy sets.
They came out and said no, we're not doing that. But then the information about what the vendors had received supposedly contradicts.
Right.
That. So at this moment that's kind of like a kind of
So-
hard to confirm.
Take the information with a grain of salt, because you gotta remember, the company itself may not agree or do with what the actual vendors do, and vendors can range from Walmart's, Target, Kmart to online places and stuff like that. So it might be contradictory reports stating that vendors may not do this or do that, but Lego themselves probably are not.
Well, no, that's what it is. Some of the vendors received marketing books claiming to be from Lego, saying to remove certain play sets that include donut shops, police stations, fire stations, and the respective pieces. But then Lego comes out like literally an hour later, and they're like, "We didn't say this." But again, the marketing material provided.
Here's the thing.
I'm gonna let y'all in a great little secret that most people tend to forget. The warehouses have unique individuals that have different political viewpoints that exist, and it could have been a Black Lives Matter insider of said warehouse that put in that material to selected areas.
Yes, I understand that. That's why I was saying from the company, take it with
From
a
the
grain of
company
salt.
standpoint, they're going to say one thing. From the warehouse, we don't know.
Oh, I didn't know any of that. I just saw it and I was like, "You gotta be joking me."
No,
I
I
seriously doubt
understand
that.
the outrage aspect of the situation where you can jump very quickly, but I always kind of play that cautionary game of maybe it's not accurate. We have to wait for the company to come out to actually say it.
Alright, so you gotta look at it like this. Lego. You gotta look at the products and you gotta look at what they try to sell and to who and for what. So, Lego, I don't think they're gonna be doing anything too radical, as in like the political sphere or the social sphere of what's going on. They're primarily gonna make their toys for kids to buy and make it appealing. So I really doubt, especially like one of the major sets that they like to sell, the police, fire, EMS sets. I really doubt they're gonna take them off the shelves because of this. Now vendors might, but I don't think Lego themselves are going to, because that's actually shooting their profits in the foot.
Tom Arnold just called for an armed insurrection.
Are we talking about Tom Arnold, Rosie O'Donnell's ex-wife? Ex-husband?
No, Roseanne Barb's ex-husband. Oh, no, wife. Yes, you're right. It was wife. Yeah. That's Roseanne Barr's ex-wife.
I'm confused. What?
Okay. It's fine, Jackson. I think you can be confused.
You can be confused. It's fine. It's a joke. Like Tom Arnold. So he's going to jail.
No, it's Tom Arnold. He's already been in jail a couple of times. He's fine.
I found another funny article. Covert racism and white privilege are perpetrated in grocery stores and restaurants every day.
Okay.
Cool.
And they have a really fun thing where it's over white supremacy is socially acceptable, over white supremacy socially unacceptable.
Okay. New York just announced immunity for all Black Lives Matter members.
Yeah, I was trying to...
Anything you do in New York, just say you're part of Black Lives Matter, and you can get away with it. So you kill a person, Black Lives Matter, you're free. You rape a person, Black Lives Matter. You stab a person and kill their baby, Black Lives Matter. Congratulations, New York. Fuck you. This is why we need a Death Star. We need the Empire to come here, wipe us all the fuck out. I mean, I'm done. I don't care anymore.
That's why I said Canada up here has this nice big bowl of buttery popcorn watching.
Yeah, trust us. Some of us are watching too while we're bunkered down in our homes because we're supposed to be following those social distancing laws. Executive orders because it's not a codified law.
Yeah. But no, I find it hilarious. So at the time, everybody was all adamant about the social distancing. I was like, I get it, but
this is bad news for the cops because that means these people can attack the cops down. The cops can't do anything about it.
Correct. Oh yeah.
This is going to be the final straw. I think for the cops, they're just going to be fine. We quit.
Oh, and that's basically what's going to... I mean, you don't need to have,
It's very easy to defund the...
John Carpenter's books were supposed to be
pretty much
stories. They weren't supposed to be fucking documentaries and future events unfolded. This is... Oh, my God. I'm just done.
Here we are, watching history in the making, American history in the making. And I... want to see what you guys do.
It's happening in Brussels too.
It's happening all over the world.
It's happening in certain areas of the world, yes.
London.
But unfortunately, a lot of these areas are not going to have the same, level of destruction as the continental United States.
If the Hong Kongers were smart, they would say Black Lives Matter, and then they would get support and could do whatever they want. Yeah, I know that.
No, they wouldn't.
No, I know. But if they were smart.
No. They tried that. It will not work.
I've got another pretty cool article. Joe Exotic and Jeff Flo respond to Carol Baskin gaining control of the Tiger King Zoo. Without our efforts, it is well known that Carol would no longer be here.
Yeah. Yeah,
Excuse me.
I can see that.
But
Carol fucking Baskin seems like that's what she wanted to do in the first place, take over the zoo. So here we are.
Yeah.
She's got it.
Apparently, that's like a very, very hilarious to watch.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. It's a trash fire from beginning to end. It's impressive. It's a must watch.
West Insider, I'm not trying to trigger you, Miss Pim Pim, but a bank is under attack. Oh no.
Not the monies.
Not the shekels.
Not the
No.
Goldbergs. Not the Goldbergs.
It all depends if they have the
I wish them the best of luck.
code. It all depends if they have the key to.
Good luck in getting to that safe, fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
I wish them the best of luck.
You and me both. You don't want to have the vault open, not closed, because it'll take a while before you get in there.
Yeah.
You keep the vault open. You allow them to go in, and then you shut it.
And then you call the police.
Oh
No, even if the police don't show up, you just shut the vault. It will. The problem will solve itself.
Yeah, you just take everything, put it in the vault, and just.
Oh wait, it's airtight?
Yes.
Oh yeah. It's probably several feet. It's probably several feet thick.
Yeah.
It's got motion sensor. I mean,
it's an airtight time block system.
Let me put it this way: how a vault today is built is it's 2 to 3 inches on the inside of steel. This is just the walls. The door is just basically a solid steel piece of fucking metal.
Mm-hmm.
That's about 2 or 3 feet thick. So good luck with that. Then you got to get through the 2 or 3 feet of concrete with mesh. Then another with barb, and then another foot of brick or solid stone. So yeah, good luck, guys. Hope it all works out for you, and we'll be contacting your families if they even care.
Yeah, the next of next of kin that you may or may not have listed.
Now,
I have
next of kin. I know you heard Mexican.
And then your family's houses will be foreclosed on.
Yeah. but here's my mentality of it, and I found this little meme that kind of supports my mentality. Wounded burglar. Aren't you gonna call the cops? Me. Why? No one else knows you're here.
The funny part is that for people that it's like when they say we're going to the suburbs, it's like we're going for the suburbs to the rural areas. It's like, do they realize that?
Death wish.
Yeah, it's you have the death wish plus people who have acreage and that they have to burn their stuff with a burn barrel. Have ways of getting. Have ways of getting
We're
rid of
gonna
stuff.
throw a trash can on it. Yeah, good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, people who have pigs are even more smarter.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We've talked about that on this show many.
Pigs will eat anything.
Except they'll digest anything except teeth too. So don't forget the teeth first, then feed.
No. There's ways of working around that.
Yeah, you dig up you dig up everything in the pig pen. What you do is take the pigs to the slaughterhouse, let everybody else eat them. Take the pig pen, dig up about 5 feet of that dirt and spread it on the field, and then fill it back up with fresh dirt.
Oh, cornfield's the best thing for you. It absorbs everything.
Oh yeah. And then just sit there, go, officers. Yeah, they came. I shot. They ran. Don't know what happened.
I don't know where they went.
We have coyotes. If you're depending on where you're at, we got hog problems.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't want to fuck with hogs. You don't want to fuck with hogs.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, well, all I know is they ran that way. I told them, watch out for the hogs. They didn't listen.
That'd be funny. I know of a couple people here that trap hogs and they sell them off live to people who want to, game hunt and stuff like that with them.
All right, this is how insane I've gone. I'm hiding a giant stuffed strawberry right now.
But anyways, the point I'm trying to get to is it'd be fun. Like these rioters on the freeway, you see a trailer just pull up and have like a trailer full of wild boars. Just turn around, open it up, and let them go to town.
Yeah, well, that's best thing for it.
Oh my god. Rhode Island Donut Shop ends police military discount due to problems with racism and injustice.
Okay.
Okay,
so
time out. It sounds like if the rioters come out, I guarantee they're not gonna read this, and I guarantee they're not gonna agree with this. They're gonna go, oh, this donut shop in the discounts. Oh, we can loot, pillage, riot, and destroy property. Let's go to town, boys.
They're not going to call the police. Let's go here. Please come and help. Why?
And this is the reason why I made a post a
Who
while
else
back.
saw the chainsaw guy?
I did.
Hey,
That was awesome.
It's like, call the police. It's like, why would they come? Why? Why would they go? I guarantee you, there was an instant report, and the cops were like, we'll look into it. Behind the desk goes the report. It just got lost.
Or you're on the internet and you tell someone to go get the cyber police.
Well, let's see. I made a post back on June 2nd. This is what I said. I hope all people saying "fuck police" don't call the police. Like ever, you're about to be robbed. Fuck police. You're getting assaulted. Fuck police. You're taking your last breath from being shanked. Fuck police. I hope you get yours.
Yeah, well. All this is going to do is hurt the black community even further.
Oh yeah.
In the end, this is back on this. I honestly just started to realize this is only going to affect me in the short run. This is only going to affect Sparky in the run. Most Americans, this is going to affect in the short run.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this going to hurt the most?
The black.
In the long term, the black community. I'm sorry,
because you're gonna have people that's not gonna want to deal with them.
Here's the thing. They had the Arabs take they were so happy when the Arabs did 9/11 because it took shit off of them, and everybody forgot about them and all this shit. And then they decided, well, let's fuck shit up again because we've been quiet for too long. And everybody's like, why? No one gave a fuck about you, and that's why. No one cared. Everybody was happy, and then you want to go and fuck this shit up like that, and it's like, you guys were fucking golden, and now you want to bring attention back onto yourself?
Mm-hmm.
All right, have fun.
Well, it's like I seen a post the other day, and it's not race related. It's more or less gender related. Well, no, I guess it is race related, but it's like it's a post from a girl named Annie. And she said, having two different types of flags. One looks like the British flag. The other one, I don't know what it is. It's a white flag with a cross in it, going from top to bottom and side to side. But having a flag in your display name is an easy way of someone saying they're racist, Islamophobic, homophobic, or hate women. And I simply retweeted it and just simply said dumbass. And it's like, note. Only reason why people would hate women or any of these things is because of women like you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there is no issue unless you go looking for an issue. And usually the people looking for the issue are the ones people are still going to, you're the fucking problem.
See, we got all our bases covered here on this channel. Rogue is part black, so we can't be racist because also Pinita is, we're not anti-Semitic because Pina. We're not anti-foreigner because Sparky. No, wait a minute.
Bitch, you guys are the fucking foreigners.
And we're not anti-trans or species because we have
Draconis over there. Hi, Draco.
We got me because I'm trans. So we're all good.
For now.
For now. Yeah.
Until you're not against immigration because, hey, my father wouldn't be here.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I am all for immigration. I am all for immigration, and I'm all for closing. And I'm all for closing the borders. And people gotta go, well, that's contradictory. No, it's not. The borders are closed. You can't in unless you go through the fucking processes to get in legally. I am fine with legal immigration. Do it all day long. Do it for anyone who wants to come in that passes background checks and all the fucking checks and all that good stuff. Do it. I'm all for it. I'm not for
checks.
the illegal.
As long as they don't bounce. I noticed I confused Sparky there.
Whoever said 1% can't change the world ate undercooked back. God damn it. That's funny.
By goddamn true?
That's damn true. Did this actually get posted, or is this someone photoshopping?
That probably got posted somewhere.
No, it looks like it's probably real. I've seen signs where it was never picked up a cow chip when it's warm.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me to explain it to my ex what a cow chip was.
Oh God!
Never pick up a cow chip at all.
Don't pick up any kind of chips from cows.
Yep.
Unless you have the well, I mean, it depends. I mean, if you're a farmer and you've got your own, little garden in the back, I mean, good fertilizer, really good fertilizer. But
Sparky, can I say you would have made one hell of a soldier the way you look right now?
But look, he's an Indian soldier. I mean, he will have that ability to do so. I mean, all he needs is the war paint and maybe a bit of feathers on him.
Yeah.
He got kind of red there, then Rogue started and then it was kind of like,
okay. I'm gonna show this because.
Oh God, I'm surprised he didn't got like full like Mohican there, like have the actual Mohawk kind of thing going on. Along the back.
I don't know the full extent of what he's meaning by this, but I'll let him explain it. But this is kind of the meme he made.
I'm waiting for a meme.
I've got it on display, so.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
ready. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
That makes sense.
Oh God.
So what is that? Is that supposed to be me plus getting boot camp trained by Oleone equals this, or is it?
Yeah, no, that would
plus Oleone equals this. I mean, I don't
Where did you
get the exact way you're trying to phrase that up with this.
Where did you post this, Sparky?
It's on Twitter.
It's on
Antoine's page.
Yeah, he also has it up on his YouTube channel right now. So
okay. No, I mean on Discord. It's on Antoine's Discord.
Discord now.
Oh,
but
yeah,
realistically, it's Sparky when he had his Amish period. And then you have the drill instructor in front of him from I forget which movie at the moment. Equals the clean cut Sparky that we have here. That is a headdress away from being an Indian chief.
Nah, hair's too short now.
No. It's actually about the right length for certain things. If he had a little bit longer in the back, he would be almost on the level of Mohawk. But getting there, I mean. Some tribes actually do that.
He's wearing too many clothes, though.
Well, we are talking about modern natives here. We're not talking about, the good old 1800s.
Still too many clothes, then. I'm horrible. I know.
Oh, God. You're incorrigible. Incorrigible, I tells you.
Look up Native American reenactors for
want
oh god, let's see if I can.
I don't
find
want it. I have them, and I'm looking at one right now. He's a glorious individual. And then they're silent.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like this is like the Tonkasoft show.
Dead air.
Dead air.
Worship the dead air spirits.
Yes.
But anyone else have any topics? If not,
No, I just came in to
can
say
close this
hi
out.
and to let you know that I still live. That's about it. But the topics came and went. That was awesome.
Well, I was gonna comment. There was a video that I was watching yesterday, and I only maybe got a third of the way through it because the rest of it was just kind of making me nauseous.
Bullshit.
Yeah, kind of. Anybody still a fan of Rooster Teeth?
I've never been a fan of Rooster Teeth.
I
I
like
like
the-
some of that stuff.
I liked it when they were doing Red versus Blue, and then it got very, well,
Stupid.
stupid.
Opinionative?
Basically, yeah, that would be more accurate. Opinionated. It was really good when they were just a bunch of fucking idiots drunk and having fun, but now it's a bunch of opinionated idiots that are high and trying to be political.
Oh, yeah.
Well, about 3 days ago, they ended up doing a topic regarding how their company has failed in making sure that their employees, especially those of darker skin tones, are feeling safe and secure. And supposed death threats, something about death threats, something about they can't be complacent anymore, and that they didn't do enough.
Well, they've been going downhill ever since the whole Vic Mignogna thing.
So, time out. Did they have a caboose moment?
No.
No, did they
Maybe?
have a caboose moment?
Maybe?
Well, they had a moment.
Depends on what you mean by that.
Alright, so, okay. This sound clip will explain.
Toss that grenade! That was the worst throw ever.
Yeah, that moment.
Of all time.
Not my fault. Someone put a wall in my way.
Is it as bad as when, I don't know, it came out that one of the head people in charge was beating his wife like a fucking baseball?
No. That's been overlooked because white lives matter. But no, it all has to deal with the fact that a certain very well known actor's daughter made a stink many moons ago, and they finally found out, and now they've got to deal with it because of Black Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm. And that one of their other employees is, again, supposedly be getting death threats because she's black, female, and gay, so the trifecta effect.
Yeah.
But that is the sole reason why people don't like her. Something like that.
Something like that.
No, okay. I didn't even know and care, so that's probably
and again, that's where that's basically what comes down to the full Rooster Teeth effect is they're
Alright.
trying to have the virtue moment so that they can show that they're to their fan base that they selected as their fan base to that we're trying to improve.
Alright, time out. So look, I've got a question. So, were these death threats internal to the company or external to the company?
Supposedly external on Instagram.
Yep.
Okay. Why in the fuck would you bring that up? Company based. It's a little legal system.
Well, no, because supposedly nobody should have to deal with that. Not even if they were white, straight, male. so that they just said, keep ignoring it, don't let it get to you.
No.
Jeff ended
His
up sharing his own story about how he let words get to him, and he kind of just became complacent. It's like, no.
no.
You want to sit there and have an argument about don't let it bother you? You can absolutely let it bother you. Don't publicize that it bothers
Don't
you.
publicize it. Don't put it. Don't make it notice. Don't mention it. Don't state it because that makes it worse. If you get death threats from someone on Instagram, that's the reason why they got the block button. They report button. If the company gets a threat or an employee of that company gets a threat, don't make light of it. Block and report it. And then make sure to go system right in the company that this person cannot interact with anyone else. And keep it internal.
I was going to say, if it was a matter of having an internal support system that they lacked in setting up, okay, that's still on their failing, but that's a way of addressing it. This was never
but this was
Trolls moment.
It was they're failing overall. That's basically what it is.
Like I was explaining, hold on. Like I was explaining, there was something probably about last year this time that somebody said, some nobody said online to me that had bothered me. I'm not going to repeat what they said because it really doesn't fucking matter. But I had confided that issue with Rogue. We talked it out. And
I told you that those are your personal demons and not tell me because I can use those against you.
Here's the funny thing. Everybody who's donated, every company that is donated to the Black Lives Matters cause and said that made a statement.
Interrupted my story.
Yeah, of course she did. Of course he did. That's why he's truly outrageous.
Let her finish, Jim.
The point I'm getting at is you have to have some kind of support group.
But the problem is, Pan, when it comes down to Rooster Teeth, they say that there is a support group. In actuality, there isn't. And it's a failing on the company's end. This is why they're being taken over and probably completely wiped out by Warner Brothers themselves for their projects. Regardless.
Yeah,
they're coming out to virtual signal on the idea that Black Lives Matter moment right now. That's all they're doing. All of this shit that happened, that they're talking about, happened years ago. Not yesterday, years ago. And they're finally coming to the conclusion that, we might have fucked up. Too late now. These people have left.
Yeah.
Didn't they just lose like one of the founding members?
Yes.
Well, he had to leave. He had to leave because of issues of his own.
Oh.
But again, it happened years ago, in some cases months ago, for certain situations, such as the beating of said wife. But they didn't do anything about it. They took a knee, they kept their mouth shut, and they bent over with the loop, kind of going, how deep this time?
Well, right now, in the week that this has had, all the companies that have bent the knee have already started to see massive loss of support from customers.
Yes.
Already.
I know. And that's the failure on the company's end by wanting to take the knee. That's all on them. I'm not going to say, hey,
Sony and Samsung? Oh, they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
they're doing whatever they want. They're not. Well, I think Sony might have said something, but Samsung's like, fuck you.
Well, Sony has decided that on their Call of Duty games, they're adding.
Oh, wait. Did Sony decided, or the makers of Call of Duty make that decision for them?
Fair enough. Activision, because Call of Duty, Activision Blizzard decided to put a blurb as you're loading up the game and waiting in the lobby for Black Lives Matter.
What?
Someone got kicked out for interrupting a Black Lives Matter because, Blizzard isn't political or anything or against Free Hong Kong. They didn't, say, we're going to ban people because we're not a political platform. And then Black Lives Matter came along and then banned somebody because they interrupted a moment of silence, not knowing that it was a Black Lives Matter thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
no, they didn't do that.
Wasn't like certain like PlayStation and Xbox like stopping like for a bit for Tuesday or something like that?
It might have happened, but
Well,
again, that's a company decision
so,
overall.
I was
You
gonna
as the
say-
player base have the ability to say yay or nay to it, and that comes back down to the same situation as the 230 argument, in that you as a personal consumer, this is why I say consumers are stupid. You as a consumer have the ability to say no and walk away. The moment you walk away with your money and go someplace else, or even find something else to do with it, that business is going to be seeking you out again.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you keep playing that game that allows this political bullshit that should be in gaming, this is what Gamergate had an argument with. We're here. We're back.
I know.
We can get the band back together again if we really wanted to, but obviously it didn't work out the first few dozen times under different names that we did this. So here we are facing the same bloody problem. And again, we push the blame onto that one particular party that seems to allow it to happen, which is the consumers. The consumer base is retards in some cases. It's like they just don't rationalize in some aspects. So going forward, all we can do is let you guys figure it out.
Yeah.
So
But yeah,
you don't like having Black Lives Matter on the thing, stop playing the game. Send off a little blurb to whomever made this game, kind of going, I don't think this is appreciated for the customer base, but what do I know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to play a game for a long time. Thank you for the amount of time that you give me, but I've chosen to go someplace else.
Yeah.
And if 50 million people do that, that's 50 million units that's out of their bank books that they're never going to get back. So now they're going to have to figure out, how do I get the large amount of player base back onto my system, my game. Oh, I'm going to have to go this route now. So it's the same thing that's happened with certain other companies, especially in the movie industry. When we looked towards CBS and Paramount, when all companies have merged together, CBS Viacom, and the heads there looked at it and kind of go, okay, we're bleeding money, so we need to go to our golden goose. Hey guys, in Star Trek, how's things going? and they turn around and there's no one there, and like, what happened to the Star Trek people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting fact. Oh, wait a minute. Star Trek's about ready to get sold, it looks like. Oh,
They have no other choice but to consider selling it.
No, they don't.
No, I was watching the Angry Joe, how he reviewed the newest season, the Picard, and he said in the beginning he liked it, but then like when he said at the end, he was like, "You done fucked it up."
Yeah. It had potential. The beginning gave a lot of nuance where they can go in directions, but unfortunately they decided to go in
what was it? Disney can't buy it, thank God, because they're bleeding fucking money. Somehow they managed to donate money, but they're still bleeding fucking money.
And the funny thing is that Disney can't make a good Star Wars movie, but yet they made an independent thing called The Mandalorian, and it's basically just blown up.
Oh, no, Star Wars. The three gods behind Star Wars at the moment, Filoni, Favreau, and Lucas, have agreed to remove anything Kathleen Kennedy related. That includes the new all-female Star Wars project that was originally coming out. Favreau has said no.
Yeah, thank God. I'm glad
and the two Bobs have agreed.
Thank God. That was actually like a small little miracle. I mean, really,
regardless of the factor, it comes back down to they're trying to marvelize the Star Wars franchise, and Lucas is all bored with the idea of the project. Unfortunately, Kathleen Kennedy wants to burn what's remaining of this project down to the ground. So
she has no power to.
Correct. She's lost a lot of degree of power due to the two Bobs. If it wasn't for her actions of bringing in this feminist version of Star Wars, unbeknownst to the rest of the major figureheads, we never would have seen them rejecting the idea. They would have went passively with the idea and kind of went, well, it's on Disney Plus. We can bury it if need be.
Rumor is they are liking the Boba Fett idea, but they're going to do it their way.
Yes,
heard that.
No, and that's why that story that they had originally for Kathleen Kennedy's camp has to end because of the factor that Boba Fett's off the table.
Yeah.
They can continue with their Mandalorian version of character by all means, but the Boba Fett character itself belongs to Favreau, Filoni, and Lucas.
And Lucas is like, no.
No, Lucas hates whatever Kathleen was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So
go on.
You surprised what? No, you surprised what?
I'm surprised they let Lucas back in it.
No, the reason why they needed Lucas there is he's the only one that knows how to fix the mistakes that have been made. Some of his actual ideas for episode 9 was overridden by Kennedy. So the episode 9 is the Kennedy cut.
Oh, okay.
Her idea.
Well, there's a good chance that if the cut of the Justice League that comes out on HBO Max, I think it is, or
yeah, it's supposed to be a trilogy.
It comes out that is good. It might actually bring out the Lucas or Filoni or the other cut.
No, the Lucas cut needs to be there because the Abrams Lucas cut does exist. Because Abrams was quite upset with what he saw on the final. He's like, that's not what I had.
I'm just angry at Sparky. Shoot the meat I made.
Yeah, pretty much. But regardless, yeah, the Snyder cut is again due to the fans' outrage, and HBO, the people behind that, decided that it'd be in the best interest for them to gain a bit of money back into their system.
So did she change it without him knowing it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there were like. Finn was actually supposed to open the door, not BB-8.
Yeah, there was Finn was supposed to be more of a Force user. He very subtle. That's the reason of why he says to Rey, "I have something to tell you," and that never happened. BB-8 was actually interjected because Finn somehow magically opened up the door without touching it, and he was confused. And because Rey is a Force user, who better to talk to? This is another Force user.
There was a scene where he actually did tell her what was going on, and he was actually supposed to be more involved in the end than what he actually was. Yeah. He wasn't supposed to be on a space horse.
Correct.
Scene. That was actually supposed to happen sometime later, or
it was originally they were originally thinking of a 3-hour film to be released because of the factor that they had to retcon everything that happened with Mr. Rian Johnson's version of Star Wars, which was a one and done, where he took out all the plot threads and burnt them to the ground. So Abrams had to go in to bring back some of the plots to a good, reasonable, situation platform, and then go forward on that. And we ended up with the Kathleen Kennedy version because she had the ability to overwrite anything that Abrams did.
Yep.
So. What you see is all Kathleen Kennedy and her version of Star Wars. Henceforth, why you have a little bit of the Reylo, you have a lot of bit of the feminist trope that Rey can't do no wrong, You have the putting the black man in his place because of women. I'm surprised the feminists haven't found a way to take control over the Black Lives Matter movement that's happening to bring in the great white flight.
They're trying. They're trying. It's there. Just they're a little bit quiet about it right now.
Oh no, segregation is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
For these people.
Yes, but no. With the fans slowly being given back their fandom, it is just a matter of when the massive changes will be happening, and will the fans, both new and old, accept it.
Are they going to start off something new, or are they going to go and...
Well, the brand new Star Wars is a new trilogy that will be focusing with Keanu Reeves.
What?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is being selected for a new Star Wars trilogy.
Man, he's really blown up ever since he came back from since he started with
John Wick.
John Wick.
Yeah. They are waiting for his commitments with his other projects to be, pushed aside a bit more, where he has a bit more free time. But yeah, there's the idea of the High Republic having its own standalone story base. Everything that Kathleen Kennedy had originally for the High Republic has been removed off the table, such as the female-centric dinosaurs and a few other different things, and they're putting back the war in Star Wars.
Rogue, before you go any further, no way.
I know.
Sorry.
Dude.
Well, speaking of no way, okay. It just got a lot harder to hunt those wascally wabbits, because Elmer Fudd is being stripped of his rifle/shotgun in the new Looney Tunes series on HBO Max.
Wait till Yosemite. Has Yosemite Sam been neutered yet?
No, he's been neutered.
He's already been neutered.
Yeah.
Same thing as Foghorn Leghorn.
What about the coyote?
Coyote is an independent. He blows stuff up and he's after a bird. So realistically,
Peter Braungart.
He's a terrorist.
We're not doing guns, but we can do toony violence. TNT, the Acme stuff, all of that was kind of grandfathered in.
Yeah.
Well, I know I'm watching the old stuff again.
Well, the old stuff is available on the Canadian Rogues YouTube channel, so please, by all means, head over there, have fun, join the rest of the spurgs that I have.
So does that mean that Sparky's not invited?
No. I said everybody's invited.
Oh.
I gave you a plug to my YouTube channel that has 1,000 people and growing.
Rogue can't stop patting himself on the back for that one, can he?
No.
Mm-hmm.
It's all classic shit.
I'm surprised this
He
all
says
hasn't
no,
come
as I'm
yet.
sure he's patting himself on the back right now.
Well, right now I'm killing a dog, but
Oh no, not the doggo!
Run, dog meat, run!
It's in the Fallout universe, and they're trying to attack me. So
run, dog meat, run!
Yeah, I've got my shotgun and taking out some doggos while I can.
Oh, you're playing Fallout
76, yep. I know, surprising. I'm playing 76, which is supposed to be a shit Fallout. Actually, it's improved, like I said before. In certain areas.
Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry, I found something funny.
You find a lot of things funny.
I know.
Share with the rest of the class.
No, don't share it with the rest of the class because it might be, autistic.
It's too autistic.
It's all the autism.
See that cowboy photo I sent you?
No, I haven't seen it yet. But I will look at it after I've killed the scorched doggies. Oh, hello,
Okay.
scorched doggy.
No, not the scorched doggo.
Well, they're the bad doggos. They're trying to eat me.
Oh, okay.
If they want to side up and join my my little gang of insanity, then by all means, I don't mind. But if they try to eat me, then that makes it very difficult for me to exist. Oh shit!
No, Rogue, don't say it. So.
Well, who's firing at me? Oh crap! Droids.
You could be sharing that screen and we could all be watching and the people could be watching too if Sparky hadn't gotten up and left.
Sparky gets up and leaves a lot, so it's fine. I'm used to it.
Sparky, you done failed.
It's fine. Yes, Keanu is in the whole beautiful Jedi mind trick. I love it. I love the idea that he's thought of.
Looks like Sesame Street might be losing funding.
I'm not surprised.
Wait, who's losing funding?
Sesame Street.
Oh.
Well, which division though? Because they have like several different divisions in Sesame Street.
Oh, I know. So good luck with that.
And somebody was talking shit while I was gone.
No, we weren't talking shit.
Yeah, we were. We
no,
were bad mouthing you and everything, and flipping you the bird and telling you that you don't know how to do your show. Blah blah blah.
Point him out. Point him out. Who was it?
Sesame Street is HBO. Yes, that's what I thought, but I wanted to know which division, which area was losing money, because there's like different areas that Sesame Street holds.
And we got Winslow wanting to be a Monkey D. Luffy.
Well, Winslow wants to be a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
He also wants to be a Jedi. And I tell him no. Oh, hell no. You know Jedi.
Because apparently...
the Force is female.
I was going to say, but then I forgot about Ace. And I'm like, shit, I was going to make a joke about the Force. The Force is racist and don't like black people. But I forgot about Ace.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it. Well, he did, so it don't matter.
Yep.
Pretty much.
He did, and the
that
power's been...
That is one life that did not matter to the Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
He did, and his power is now with Mako. Is it Mako? No. Yeah, no. I can't remember his fucking name.
Force is female, which is why it won't talk to you sometimes.
Yeah, that's right.
Who was the third brother to Ace and Luffy? I can't remember. Was it Mako or was it
you talking about the Graftro brothers?
No. Oh. No, in One Piece, Luffy had two brothers, Ace and...
Oh, okay. Well, you're talking about anime. I don't follow a lot of One Piece stuff, so...
Yeah, I can't remember...
You'd have to talk to Nemo. He seems to be the aficionado on that one.
I doubt that for...
Aficionado? God damn it, Rogue.
Oh, which reminds me, I came across a new show that actually showed to...
Wait, you came across a new show?
Yeah, it came out dub last October. I just now saw.
Oh, okay. So not new, but new-ish enough for you. Okay.
I haven't looked to see when it was actually made, but I shared it with the Mechanic Tuesdays group because it's called the After School Dice Club, and it's basically just about role-playing games. And now after school club about playing like
Ark is dead, and Sabu has his devil fruit now.
Yeah, Sabu.
And with this yawn, I'm taking off. I will see you guys later. I got stuff to do. Have a nice day.
You say that. We all know that you have nothing to do.
No, I have a lot to do, actually.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
Yep, later.
He lies. He has nothing to do.
But yeah, Sabu, that was his name. Sabu.
Yeah, Sabu. He has the he has he has the fire. He has like the fire. He has like the Ace and stuff. But
yeah,
the fruit was made in a facility.
No, it wasn't. No, if you go back through and look at it, once a devil fruit user is killed, that fruit actually returns and regrows. but
Well,
it's
well,
in
wasn't-
an unmarked place.
But what
It
I'm
was-
but wasn't there like the
They were the
the-
Navy. The Navy was trying to produce synthetic fruits along that same arc, and that was one of the things I wanted to do, is to grab a hold of fluffer fruit so they could exploit the power and try to duplicate it. But Sabo got to it first, and that's how it goes.
I feel like the duplication maneuver was Dragon Ball.
Yeah, well, Cell, yeah, but
So yeah.
but no, that's how Sabo got the fluffer fruit. But with that being said, we've been going for 3 hours and 13 minutes.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're still kicking around.
Yeah, I know. It's time to end it. So, thanks for everyone that came in to watch this rascally escapade of these group of peoples that like to come on and stream with me on the show.
Yep.
Thanks to everyone.
From time to time.
Yeah.
I like to assert myself in many different areas.
Oh yeah, I know you do. But anyways, thanks to everyone who joined today and who watched. Remember, if you want to see more content from us, from my channel, hit the like, subscribe, and the bell button. Go check out GNF Network. It's being shielded by Nightbot. It's in the description of the chat. Go check out all the other members of GNF, see what they do, what kind of trouble they're up to, and all the other shows, which I will leave it to Rogue and Penn to explain what they got.
Well, I've already pimped up my my YouTubes.
With over 1,000 subscribers, join now.
Yes, and growing. Yes, and you can also put down your request of some old classics, and I'll see if I can be able to make that a availability for you. There's always a deal somewhere.
So, Penn, what do you got?
Well, she's got about 3 inches of water and not enough cups to deal with.
What?
No, she's.
So, what other plans do you have besides trying to?
No other plans at the moment. Just doing
See, there we go. 3 inches of water and no cups to use it with.
All right, and Ben, you want to show anything?
I'm
trying to do towards other people.
I'm actually looking into maybe streaming, but I just got to get like certain things worked out. Like an intro page, outro, and all that kind of fun stuff. But
so like getting good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, producing an intro and outro, that's not difficult. You might know someone who's here that has dealt that for a certain faux demon that pretends that he's English.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
The one I try and kill with Lena Dunham. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Rogue has done all of his intros and outros for him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I just need to know what you want, and we can go from there.
Okay, I'll probably have to talk to you next time on how to set that stuff up. So, would I have to use a Stream Deck or?
Basically, for the intro outro, you would have, depending on who you're using, for example, Streamlabs OBS will be able to do that for you.
Okay.
As for making it, there's some pre-mades as well as certain looks that you're going for. For example, if you want like a Stranger Thing kind of look, that does require a little bit of graphics. If you want something like, I don't know, Black Pigeon Speaks, I have access to a lot of that, backlogs for.
Yeah, like I said, I'm doing research into it, so.
Yeah. No, but again, it comes. All I suggest going forward is to figure out exactly what your theme is going to be and what you like to represent you.
All right, cool.
Represent? What would?
I'd like to
Jesus Christ, Pan. No.
Also, before I leave, Pina just told me she's going to be bottling some of her bath water, so...
Yeah.
What? Who? Huh?
Yeah. That's why I said 3 inches of water and no cups to put it in.
$300 a bottle.
No.
No, a shot. It's a shot glass version.
No,
That's what she's
'cause
got
I will
left.
not be responsible for somebody who decides to drink it.
Hey, you don't have to be responsible for people who drink things.
No.
You just put a disclaimer on it.
Yeah. You just have to have, a small group of individuals willing to buy it. I think Windslayer and Musley are kind of probably mad squatch over there. You just never know.
Okay. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and play the outro music, and we're going to call it a day. Thank you, everyone, and take
I'm surprised
care.
you didn't do that earlier.
All right, see you guys.
Good night, folks.